He seems very eager to please and very eager to fit in. Uh, he has kind of gray hair, like preternaturally gray hair, very cut low to his scalp, um, brown eyes, mm, not overly attractive, kind of just slightly above average, I guess you might say, um, but tall and modestly built. Yeah, that would be Imad.
All right, excellent. As Ahmad walks through the not through the forest, through the city, he knows exactly where he's heading to. His his patron, Martella Lothid, local activist, has asked for him to join her for breakfast at one of the local cafes in Opara on Canal Road, so she can talk with him about some of the work that he's been doing for her for the Loyalist faction. And so, as he's heading up there, what sort of work has Ahmad been doing for Martella Lothid?
Most of it would probably be, well, he's new to the city, so she likely would have had him work on like kind of um, fetch quests, so to speak, familiarizing himself with the city and some of its most prominent peoples, um, basically moving parcels from this place to that place or being a part of like an escort group occasionally, but nothing too grandiose, too dangerous. Very kind of low level, hey, familiarize yourself with the city type of missions.
Perfect. Up. So as you come in, uh, you see long golden beams of the setting of the rising sun dance through the cafe's smoky interior, highlighting breads, cheeses, and wines behind the only counter. Martella sips casually from a steaming mug. She is dressed in an elegant but reserved gown, at least by Talden standards. A hand-sized brass cricket buzzes quietly on the tabletop beside her. And as she sees you enter the cafe, she gives you a wave, and you can see that she is presently seated next to an elf who you've never seen before. And Lotus, would you like to introduce this elf?
Yes. This you see Sparrow. She is a um how do I even start? She's an elf, so she's like taller, thinner, and uh gorgeous. Um she's got very big elves typically have like long hair, but she's got like very big like 80s style um all poofed up on top of her head with a scrunchy blonde hair. She's got tan skin and amber colored eyes. She's wearing large, round, um, brown glasses. Um, she's always smiling and rosy in her cheeks, like she's been drinking, but she hasn't. She just looks
She always looks hammered.
just overtly uninhibited, perhaps. She's she has a crossbow and a pack on her. She wears tall boots and all sorts of like utilitarian layers, but on top of that she wears these like it's a flowy split skirt and like she's got this cape that like flows out behind her, um, and she's like adjusting it and sort of looking at Martella and complimenting what Martella looks like, and um, just I think that probably covers it. She's rather tall, uh, and probably odd looking because she's not like reserved or like very natural looking. She's very much adorned with things.
Excellent. So as Ahmad trots closer, Martella, beckons you closer. She says, "I'm so pleased you could join me this morning." She begins. "Please order whatever you like. The fig jam is particularly lovely here. And feel free to speak candidly. I've taken measures to ensure our privacy."
Thank you so much for your kindness. I will not impose. I hope I'm not intruding. And you see him kind of look around and bow at the elven woman in attendance.
And
It's our pleasure to have you.
she says, "I know Sparrow is one of my friends. And what I have to tell you tonight, or this morning, I have to tell her as well."
With that, Imad will take a seat and kind of sit upright, a little bit nervous, but also he will partake in whatever refreshments are provided.
So they, a basket of bread and assortment of jams comes out and is placed before you. And Martell says, "Oh, don't look so nervous. I've taken care of you. I've taken care of you so far, haven't I?"
This is true. You will see Imad kind of smile. But I hope that my work has been to your liking thus far. Is this perhaps a performance review of some sort, or you seem kind of trail off nervously?
She says, "Not all. This is a reward." She says, "I am introducing you to the foremost fashion designer in all of Opara." Or was it stylist?
I dabble in a little bit of everything. She'll extend her hand for a handshake.
I would gladly gently shake it. And at the same time, I would like to know, would I have heard that name before somewhere?
You can go ahead and roll society.
Okay.
Sparrow, what do you think? Someone has to roll in society to recognize you.
She's okay. So she's like a rising star. So I don't think she's got very much renown.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, Ahmad is an immigrant, so he just got here.
Yeah, probably have to be.
Yeah. Checks out. You have not.
Okay. So she looks fancy, very, very fancy, and she's sitting with my patron. So if if Martell's intention was to kind of get him to loosen up a bit, he's not going to be able to, not out of disrespect, but just because he's like trying to be impressive.
Gotcha.
Well met. And might I ask, how long have you been here?
Me?
Yes, yes, Lady Sparrow.
All my life.
Oh. Then I take it you would know how to kind of explain the ins and outs of the city. You'll have to forgive me, but I am new here, and I'm hoping to work my way up, so to speak, to um, build renown and to grow my skills to make myself more valuable to the city.
Well, that's very honorable. I've spent most of my time either slaving away over a sewing machine or visiting clients' houses and getting them all ready. So I'm actually I might not be the best person. I kind of been where I go every day.
She means a loom.
Oh yeah, sorry. What did you call it? A loom?
A loom, yeah.
Us in the trade, we have other words for it.
Of course. And
Yeah.
As the two of you are having your discussions, Martella looks over and she says, "Oh, two more of our guests, and we'll have Bill and Jay join us now." Bill, what do we see as we see that name enter?
It's odd.
Of course.
You'll definitely see we'll say a little battle worn dwarf, long red hair and beard, battle scars on his face, walking around in some scale mail. He's still fairly young for a dwarf, in his late 70s. And not very tall, about average height for a dwarf. So 4'8", not quite 140 pounds. And you see him with all this equipment that he carries on him, besides a backpack, a shield, a crossbow, hanging from his waist is a battle axe and a dagger. And he comes in and finds a chair. Greetings to all of you. I
Greeting.
am Kazad.
Howdy.
And Jay, who's joining Kazad?
It will be Fane. Fane is a kitsune. He usually has a long white robe that covers pretty much his whole body, no armor or anything like that. Light blue hair, few red ink marks all over his body, symbolizing stuff. And he has a smile on his face almost at all times. You really can't see him without it. And he says, "Hello, my name is Fane. It's nice meeting you all. Yeah, he's a bit nervous.
Hmm.
I come to see if there's anything I can do to help. And that's pretty much it. Hello, hello, hello."
Hello.
So, what sort of services has Fane been providing Martella before all this?
Um, hmm. Well, being a noble, what would you suggest that what he could have been doing beforehand, or a disgraced noble? I mean,
Disgraced noble. Right,
yeah,
right, right.
yeah, right.
Might just be money.
Yeah, I was thinking that because he's not gonna do a lot of just dirty work, but if he has to, he will. But yeah, probably just money and maybe like if anyone needs like a place to sleep or anything, he has like an empty room or something like that.
Yeah,
But that's it.
that works. Still have a nice mansion on 6th Avenue or something.
I wouldn't say a nice mansion, but it's
It was
yeah,
nice 100 years ago.
nice before. It definitely needs some renovations, but it'll work.
We got the fattest rats in the entire city. Let me
Yeah, something like that.
All right, and for Kazad, what services has he been providing to Martella Lothied?
I I guess more as a healer. Um, his background has been attending to those during battles. But he is very good with his healing skills. So I don't know if someone within her purview was needing some help medically. Perhaps spiritually.
Yeah, perhaps. Hard to say. Some, it's the loyalists, and I think it's like traditionalists or something. Anyway, maybe some of the traditionalists was like, I know what I'll do, and they raised a bunch of, ancestors from a grave or something. All right, we'll get their opinion on overturning primogeniture. And, they needed a priest of Pharasma to come in and return the dead back to their sleep.
That's pretty cool.
But now that Fane and Kazad are here, Martella claps her hands together and she says, all right, looks like we're all here. So with that, I would just like to thank all of you for all the hard work you've done on this campaign. Thanks to all of you, and many others. The vote for overturning primogeniture will be held tonight at the Exaltation Ball Gala. And so, as all citizens of Taldor know, tonight is the day of exaltation, or today is the day of exaltation, which celebrates once a year. Taldor picks a peasant from their wide and varied empire and takes them to Oparas to raise them to the status of nobles. So this can be anybody. It can be a soldier or a baker that has provided a particularly good service. So this year it is a seamster, a sewer dude who has I believe he's like a rug maker. I'll have to check that in a second. But he's getting his rugs lay all across Opara, and so he's getting raised to the status of noble this very night. And so all of Taldor celebrates this day and the glory of the Empire in their own ways. As you guys can see, there's a fair going on in Opara. People are selling Jubilee pies and various other snacks from across the world here, and lots of people have come to the capital to celebrate. But the end-all, be-all party of the year is the Exaltation Gala, which takes place in the Senate, and this is where the person that's getting promoted to a nobleman, that's where it's going to happen. But there's this huge party, and all the nobles and royalty across the empire come to participate and celebrate. And tonight, there's also an emergency meeting of the Senate, and the issue on hand is that they're going to decide whether to change the inheritance rules to which will allow firstborn females to inherit, or if they will keep the current rule where only the firstborn males of a family can inherit. And so that's everything that's going on. So she says, as you all know, thanks to your hard work, primogeniture will be put up on the voting block today, and it'll be held today at the gala. And as such, she produces 4 envelopes, and she slides it across to you guys. She says, I have managed to procure for each of you one invitation. And she sees someone about to open the envelope, and she waves her hand. She says, but at the moment, don't open it, because there's also a special little note for each of you that I've added in there. Now she takes a sip of tea. If anybody wants, they can roll a crafting check.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at crafting.
I'll craft something.
Let me just...
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. So Sparrow, you see the cricket that's on the table right now. It's kind of making a buzzing noise. You guys know, or you specifically, know that this is a brass chatterbox. And it makes it so anyone beyond 5 feet of the little cricket itself makes it harder for people to hear your conversation. It kind of like makes a bubble of noise. And you also happen to know that this looks like it was a one-of-a-kind item. It's something that Martella Lothide crafted herself.
Impressive.
Yeah, so you feel a little bit safer discussing some matters out in the public like this. And so she puts down her teacup and she says, well, I'd love to say that this is exclusively a reward for your hard work. However, I've chosen you as my four best and least conspicuous agents to assist me on today's mission. While at the gala, I do have a few errands that I will need to run. Done. In order to make sure our efforts to get primogeniture overturned come to fruition. So with that in mind, inside your envelopes, I have sealed a mission for each of you. And she also reaches into her satchel and brings you guys out what look like badges.
Badges. I look at it. What does it say on them?
So it doesn't say anything. It has a image of a unicorn fighting some sort of serpent. You guys can make a heraldry or genealogy or society roll to see if you can recognize this.
No clue.
I've never seen anything like it.
See.
I don't usually go out much.
So Ahmad doesn't recognize the family crest on it. However, he knows that this is I don't know. You know how in Washington everybody wears like the flag lapel pin, or AR-15, depending on where your loyalties lie.
Yeah.
So basically, what this is a badge that denotes you as an aide to a senator.
Oh.
So
Okay.
this basically says that you belong to as an assistant to one of the noble families, and that you're working for them at the ball. She says this invitation, the badge, will get you inside the Senate tonight and will allow you to walk the floors freely as you do my bidding. So make sure to keep that pinned on you at all times. She says, I have a mission for each of you, but they shouldn't be too taxing or compromising to you as individuals. Overall, tonight promises to be a historic evening, but an evening of work nonetheless, and is the sort of work you're embarking upon. The line that divides success and failure is drawn by the people you know. You have your own tasks to accomplish, but I'm counting on you to support one another and ensure success and discretion. If you need assistance, kindly ask for it. If your assistance is required, give it. And if I'm not too blunt, I would like to just once in my adult life simply enjoy a gala I attend, rather than scamper about with clandestine busy work. If you all complete your mission without having me clean up your mess, I will happily double my promised fees for your services. I trust your activities won't occupy your entire evening, so by all means, enjoy the party, make friends. This is an excellent opportunity for you to begin your own political ambitions, but do be discreet. And so with that, she opens the table for any questions.
So not wear our full armor, carry all our weapons, that kind of thing.
So they do allow armor onto the Senate floor, but they require any melee weapons to be peacebound, and ranged weapons are going to be forbidden. She says, looking at the 5 crossbows at this table.
Okay.
Should we be aware of any certain ways of decorum when we enter the Senate floor? Is there anything that we should be made aware of so as not to create, how you say, a faux pas?
She says, "Oh no, today is kind of open to the public, so there'll be a lot of people there that aren't the usual senators or aides, and so it's supposed to be a party. So, just don't ride a horse through the Senate, and you'll probably be fine. Never
So
ask a
it's like
lady. Never ask a lady her weight or age."
See, Emma kind of like take out a little pen and pad, start scribbling it down. Do not ask weight. Do not age.
The last game that I did of this, we established that only 3 people can be in a carriage at any time, and that you're never allowed to ask somebody if their windows are locked.
Okay, I'm
So
curious how that came about, but
well, things happen. Any other questions?
I think you explained yourself well, madam.
Oh, thank you so much. And just for future reference, this is a first edition game, so a lot of handouts I'll give you, like the Senate badge. It has a price listed for it. TUI really tried to reduce inflation, and so generally, if a handout tells you something is expensive, it's like 1/10 that.
okay,
In TUI gold.
gotcha.
So that'd be 15. Nope, that'd be 150.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
No, you're fine. Thank you.
Of course. And so with that, Martell is gonna, dab her lips, brush her hands off, and she says, "Well, if no one needs anything else from me, I'm going to depart and prepare for the party. And I'll see you all tonight." She'll pick up her cricket and stow it in her bag.
I would like, as she's picking up the cricket, I would like to just say, Martell, where would I find something as unique and beautiful as that?
She says, "Oh, I made it myself, actually."
Is it one of a kind?
It is, yes, but if you want, I can make you another.
I would be honored.
All right. And she says, for 300 gold, I will be happily construct one for you.
All right, I will be in touch.
Oh, sorry. For 30 gold, I'll construct one for
Like I said.
you. I mean, instead of the monetary payment I was going to give you for a success, I can provide one of these instead.
Oh, what the heck? I'll take it.
She gives you a thumbs up and walks off. And please, everybody at the table talk, and I have to use the restroom. And Guardian, just continue to sit there and spin your wheels. Bet you wish you let your dog starve now, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, I did not finish making my spells, so I'm in here frantically creating them. But hopefully, we don't have to use them, because
Oh, I'm sure nothing's gonna go wrong.
hopefully,
Of course
but
not.
of
No,
course
we've
not. Surely, right?
I don't know. Were you did he mention that the first 3 levels happen in one night? Whenever.
Oh, he did say that. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I wasn't sure if that was like last week while we were just talking, or if that was the week before. But
It was the week before, I remember.
yeah.
Oh no.
Surely
Yikes.
that's not this night, right?
Yeah, surely it's next time, right? Hmm.
Gee, guys, that was fun. Just kind of getting our feet wet. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
These badges are pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have taken a closer look at them.
I have not. I like the
Yeah.
chatterbox though.
I was thinking the same thing. They are pretty cool. Just telepathic messages to anybody from the master. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's only to the person, like the person I gifted him, pretty much, or is it to everybody that has one?
Looks like you can send to the master, and the master can send back.
Oh, got you. Oh, that's good to know. And did she give us the brass chatterbox, or did she just use it for the room?
Just using it for the room.
Okay, sounds
Yeah,
good.
She
took it back.
with her.
Alrighty, perfect. Just making sure.
Back.
Oh man, lets her know the direction and distance to the people wearing the badges too. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Means we could use one of these as a tracking bug later. Freaking air tag somebody.
Right.
The boy is back.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thanks so much.
And we don't know what our mission is until we open up the envelope, right?
Oh, right, yeah. All right, so as all of you separate for the day, or not the day, but for brunch and break up, you guys take a peek at your missions. We'll start with Lotus.
Heyo.
You're the rising star.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your mission is spy. Martella needs someone to keep tabs on political rivals and update her if they change their tactics. Most notably, High Strategos Maxillar Pytharius. This agent must stay close to the military commander, watching for unusual behavior or listening in for snippets of conversations, and warn her if he takes any unusual actions, all while remaining unobtrusive. Sorry. I'll throw this
What's
in.
his name?
Maxillar Pytharius.
Pytharius.
Put it in roll 20 for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Jay, who's a disgraced noble. I think as we all recall. Your mission is called Fraud. Martella needs to discredit a few prominent senators backing Primogenitor, not necessarily to sway their votes, but to undercut their influence after the vote. This agent must create a scandal surrounding one of the major opponents to Primogenitor, to the repeal of Primogenitor. There we go.
Interesting.
I'll need a maid, a bottle of wine.
Don't say it. That's literally what I was thinking. It's a scandal, huh?
Okay, for Bill, for Kazad. Yours is your trait. Your mission is called Aid. Martella Lothide. Oh, there it is. In addition to spies, Martella legitimately needs a senatorial aide to both cover for her other false aides and to run communications between allied politicians. This is by far the easiest job available, but also the most time-consuming, requiring the PC to run messages between various politicians.
Okay.
So you'll be her gopher. Next is Imad. Your mission is discovery. Martella is confident Eutropia has gathered the votes necessary for her cause, but she hates loose ends. She tasks this agent with uncovering the true dedication of two senators, Duke Centimus and Countess Abrielle Pace. It is unknown if either supports Eutropia's bid to end Primogenitor, and while their votes will be apparent after the Senate convenes, Martella wants the PCs to discover their position in advance, as well as the reason each noble holds that position. And last but not least, the as of yet unknown fetchling. What was your background?
Courier.
Yeah, your career. Courier, that's right. Really should have given you the aid position then, shouldn't I?
I was reading that. I was like,
This is a courier. Well, since you're not introduced yet, I'll let you pick between the names, okay?
Okay.
One is called politicking, one is called sabotage, and one is called theft.
Ooh. Let's go with theft.
Okay. To further undermine the influence of the recently disgraced Earl Chaldhadian Vernissant, Martella would like to see some of the historical artifacts that the Earl donated to the Senate vanish from the Arcade of Triumphs before it is unveiled prior to the evening's vote. Martella indicates that her agent is free to keep the item. She wishes only for its disappearance to further embarrass Earl Vernissant and his allies. The artifacts aren't secured. The Senate assumes anyone sophisticated enough to attend this crowded gala would never dream of stealing anything on public display. Easy enough. Be fetchling, commit crime.
Let's hope the dice agree with how easy this sounds.
Do you have anything in sleight of hand?
I do. I am trained in thievery.
All right, easy peasy.
Stop saying that.
All right, so as a... Wait, one more thing. Oh. Blather, 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 blather. Okay, so as the day of exaltation draws near, you guys are... This is something that's going to happen quite often as you guys go to cities or new locations. You're going to be trying to... Just your initial walk through the city, you guys are trying to gather information and... rumors and stuff like that, just trying to get the lay of the land. So with that, would everybody roll for me a d10?
Okay.
Oh, nice. Good spread. Okay, so Sparrow, as you're with Lady Gloriana Marilla, your patron, getting her ready for the evening, no doubt. Right.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. As you're preparing for that, she lets some as you're, sliding some pearls around her neck. She gives you this rumor. People claim that Duke Septimus is a gentleman, but he gave me the dirtiest look for asking about his accident. Oh, there you go. Flag that.
Okay.
Flag
She
that
asked
one
about-
under T.
She asked about his accident, and he gave her a dirty look.
That's right.
Okay. People claim that he is what?
A gentleman.
Gentleman.
But you're no lady.
I would say that isn't very gentlemanly of him.
All right, for Thane, as you're walking through the streets, being disgraced. Your rumor is, my uncle is a merchant. Says he's getting coins from all over the old colonies this exaltation week. Maybe some of the colonies are starting to regret leaving the Empire. So there you go. There seems to be a lot of foreigners in this year for the gala. Kazad, as you're doing your duties, you hear that the Senate is taking on a bunch of new staff to prepare for the gala. There we go, including one fetchling. Number 8 for this unnamed loser. Lady Morilla is back from Absalon. I wonder if she's performing for the Exaltation Gala. Ooh, that's you.
Lady Marilla is back from where?
Absalon. Absalon is like the New York of. It's kind of like the city at the center of the world, and it's.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the largest city in all of Galarian, I think.
Yeah, it's like just off the coast of Taldor. I think I can probably. I'm afraid this map has spoilers, so.
Oh,
But a few sessions from now, I'll show it to you, and you'll see Absalom.
Man, the overall map that you showed a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I see like 4 dragons. There's giants there. There's centaurs there. I was like, are we spending all our time in the city?
There's dragons to be had, man. Yeah. Alrighty, and finally for Imad, you here. I would love to be inside the Senate Gala. You know the building has been rebuilt 5 times. They have rooms they don't even know they had. I guess as you're in your soldier bar or something that you're hearing that in.
yeah, no, I got you. Okay.
Quick question: can you do mine one more time? I didn't know you went through me already.
No, that's
One more
fine.
time.
Fane got number 3. My uncle is a merchant. Says he's getting coins from all over the old colonies this exaltation week. Maybe some of the colonies are starting to regret leaving the empire. So he's saying that there's a lot of like foreign money that's popping up this year.
Possible for me to make a society roll or whatever it would be to see if I can know who Lady Marilla is?
Go ahead.
Obviously, she's some. Well, no. Maybe not so obviously.
Never heard of her.
Must
Perhaps
not be any good.
another time.
And he said colonies are regretting moving. Is it?
Leaving the empire.
So the juice is that there's a lot of foreign money that's coming into Opara this week. The person you heard it from thinks it's because that the old colonies regret leaving the empire. Because Taldor used to pretty much control the entire continent, and it's broken apart since then. So they refer to all like the new countries that have risen up as being the colonies.
Got you.
All right, so you guys have those are the rumors on display, and in addition to that, there are 4 topics that you can kind of pursue to learn a little bit something more. These require either knowledge checks that would be relevant or society rolls. But the topics at hand are the Grand Day of Exaltation, Grand Prince Davian III, Martella Lothide, or Princess Eutropia. So we're going to go out to start. Invisible man who's never going to appear in this game. Guardian, what would your character like to learn more about?
Let's go with Princess Eutropia.
Okay.
And I'll try my lore. It's the same as my city roll, but
Okay, so this has degrees of success. So each one has 3 degrees. You've gotten 2 degrees. So your result from a 7+ is that Princess Eutropia is the adult daughter of Grand Prince Davian III and has a scandalous reputation for making trouble and fighting in the streets. And this is confused earlier groups, so I'll just clarify it. The name of their emperor is the Grand Prince. They call him that because Taldaris, the original founder, was the Prince of Opara. And so just to honor him, they refer to the emperor as the Grand Prince. But so they're used interchangeably.
Gotcha.
For getting a 15 or higher, your second bit of knowledge is that Eutropia is a social reformer, eager to establish schools and other public resources for the poor, and to remove political or family restrictions for women and various minorities. Rumors have circulated for a decade that her ultimate goal is to overturn primogeniture, Taldor's ancient law stating that only male heirs may inherit the Lion Throne and become the first Empress of Taldor. Guess they were right.
Cool.
So why'd your character pursue that?
Because he knows that. So he's been working for Martella as well, and he knows that her.
So you claim.
Well, so I claim. So my backstory claims at this point. We'll see if that bears itself out. But he knows that part of her goal lies with, backing Princess Eutropa, and so he wants to know if he's kind of doing the right thing here, if he's made the right choice, he's backing the right, faction to, further his own goals. So he likes what he's hearing here.
Gotcha. All right, Imad, which of our 4 subjects would you like to pursue?
Could you repeat them for me, please?
Sure thing. They are the Grand Day of Exaltation, Grand Prince Stavian III, Martella Luthide, and Princess Eutropia.
Let's go with the Grand Prince.
All right, so that'll be either society or some other lore skill that might be applicable.
I don't think I have any lore skills, but let's go with society then.
Okay. All right, so you get the first 2. Grand Prince Stavian III is the Emperor of Taldor. So, you pass your citizenship test, and you know who the ruler is. The second, for a 14+, is that Grand Prince Stavian III has no male heir, and he refused to have any further children since the tragic death of his only son, Carius. He died in a tragic riding accident 20 years ago. With the Emperor getting on in years, some people worry about how this will affect succession. Rightfully so, I think.
Yeah. Succession's in question. About how old is the Grand Prince?
He should be about early 60s.
Imagine 40s or something like that.
No, Princess Eutropia is 39, so he's early 60s.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
There we go. And why Damon? Why was he seeking? And how did he seek this information out?
Knowing Imad, as this kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed guy coming to the city, he would probably want to know just how the city functions. Like who's at the top, who's below him, and then who's below them, and just kind of working through that, probably as part of his citizenship test. He might have had a bit more opportunities working with Martella to kind of discover who these magistrates, these wealthy nobles, anyone with kind of political capital may be. So that's just kind of how I envisioned him.
Gotcha. All right. Next up, we got Bill. Who are you investigating, Bill? Or what?
I think the celebration.
All right. Roll your society. Or a lore skill.
We'll have to go with society.
Okay, so you've gotten all 3. So for an 8+, the Grand Day of Exaltation is the one day every year when the Emperor can elevate a commoner of unusual skill or service to the ranks of nobility. I have a feeling I gave you all this information for free earlier. For a 12+, because people travel from all over the Empire to witness the Exaltation, many balls and political events take place in the preceding week, and the Senate usually votes on matters of national importance immediately beforehand. For your 15+, this year's noble-to-be is a wide-eyed weaver from the village of Breezy Creek, whose beautiful tapestries have adorned the royal palace and many other royal homes for a decade. There you go. Why was Kazad looking for that information? Party animal? Secret party animal?
Oh, just to since I'm going to be running around the Senate chambers, it's nice to know if I hear that name, I can have it in context, or if something goes on or there's planning to go on during the celebration, I'll have more background of who, what, the exaltation is gonna.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Over to Jay. Who are you investigating?
Alrighty. Which, can you say them one more time for me?
There's the Grand Day of Exaltation, Grand Prince Davian III, Martello Lothide, and Princess Eutropia.
I guess the third one, because that's the person that gave us the mission, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that one.
Okay, roll your thing. Hilarious. So you straighten your thing out and you're like, okay, I need to learn something, but one thing or two about our employer. So you look into Martella Lothide and the woman's a ghost. You can't find out anything about her. Your contacts all shrug their shoulders and we're like, oh well, we don't know. Nobody seems to know her, have any contact with her. She's a ghost.
Interesting.
And finally, Sparrow, who would you like to investigate?
Grand Prince Davian.
All right.
Can I do genealogy?
Yeah.
Oof.
Never heard of him. No records come up. The man's a ghost. I don't know. Maybe all the people you attend with, you're like, so what's the deal with the prince? And they're all like too afraid to mention him, right?
Deep, interesting, very interesting.
But with that, everybody's like, okay. They do their thing. Everybody gets ready for the party, and then we come to night falls, and we prepare ourselves for the party. Please, as we all get ready, everybody enjoy this fabulous piece of art.
Ooh.
Isn't she lovely?
Fancy.
So you guys find yourselves, almost all of you guys, find yourselves in a line stretching around the block as you come up to Senate Hill to get into the Senate building. If you're looking at your map of Apara, everybody, you will see. Now, I do have to ask, is this one of those situations where you guys just see a black screen and don't actually see the map? Or,
I can see it.
okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. I've been burnt before. But this building right here is the Senate building that you guys are partying at.
Got you.
You guys are all come together, looking dashing and beautiful, and you guys all get into line as you prepare for the long wait it's going to take you guys to get into the party. But as we are waiting, we get reporters come by and they're like, oh, look at them, and they're sketching the fashion, everything like that at the party tonight. So, Ahmad, what are you wearing to the Exaltation Gala?
Probably something very humble. We'll say some of his least worn pants, probably dark in color, like a dark gray, a tunic over that, which would be white with the symbol of Abadar emblazoned across the chest. Just I believe it's a scale.
Yes.
Or excuse me, no, sorry, it's a key, I believe. Uh, and with that, he would not be wearing a shirt beneath the tunic to kind of keep himself from like over sweating. So yeah, nothing too ostentatious. He doesn't really own anything overly fancy or fashionable, but I think that would pretty much suit his personality. Oh, with some kind of dark colored boots. That's
Perfect. Bill, what are you wearing?
Since armor's allowed, I'm gonna be wearing my scale mail, and I'll have my battle axe piece bonded. Uh, won't be carrying my shield or the crossbow. Uh, I am gonna try and actually hide my dagger so that I don't have to have that piece bonded.
Okay, gotcha. So that'll be when the time comes. It'll be a perception roll against your thievery DC, which is your bonus to it plus 10. Prepare yourself.
Okay, that was against my what?
It's gonna be against your thievery DC, so it's gonna be your bonus to thievery plus 10. But we'll get to that when you guys get patted down. Jay, what are you wearing in real life?
Um, so Fane, he's wearing a bit almost too big for himself. Nice little suit with the robe on it. Same, pretty much the same robe, but like it has a suit under it, kind of shebango.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks too big. It's probably like his father's like hand me downs because they don't really buy too many nice clothes anymore. Um, it's pretty much pure white suit. It's pretty nice, of course, for a noble, but as well, it's not nothing too crazy. And of course, it has like just a insignia from like the robe of his noble family. And I would probably say like the insignia is like a butterfly, I guess, on the robe, I guess.
Okay.
Probably what it would be. Yeah. And I think that would be it.
Alrighty, last but not least, Sparrow. Who are you wearing?
Myself. Second.
Oh, wait,
Over what
wait.
sheet? Go ahead.
Please, before you describe, roll crafting
Oh, okay.
to make an impression, right?
Yes,
Oh, it's
yes,
performance.
yes. It's performance.
All right, performance.
Okay. Sorry, give me a second.
The tension.
I know.
It sets the tone for
hero point.
Yeah.
You know, can't show up looking bad. You gotta have a good roll here.
Okay.
That's like mid-range, right?
Right. Are you happy with it?
No.
So you start with the hero point, so you can reroll one roll.
Oh my god, should I waste it on this?
Absolutely.
I think she
Can I-
would. I think she
Can
would
I
like.
actually do something to help her out?
What are you thinking?
To cast guidance.
Okay. Sure. So I give you a +1 on your roll if you want to reroll it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Hey, there we go.
Much better.
So you're in the carriage and you're looking at yourself, and at the last minute you're just like, no, it's not working. All right, please continue to describe your amazing dress.
I'm gonna try and send it. I think it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
The things that dress is gonna go through tonight.
But she's wearing it over her like usual working outfit, so she's got boots on underneath, but it falls just long enough, to cover the boots. Because you never know when you're gonna have to pull up your pull up your skirt, tuck it away, and get to business. Helping a fashion faux pas or a Janet Jackson situation.
Lenny Kravitz, Janet Jackson,
Oh my
Little
God.
Nas X. All the above.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So she's still got work. She's got her armor underneath as well, her buckle boots and everything.
Oh man, I think we just discovered what the scandal is gonna be.
Oh my gosh. All right, beautiful. So as a lot of you are beginning to, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, look, it's Sparrow, it's Sparrow!" And these reporters come through and they're sketching you, and they're like, "You look marvelous, marvelous. What is this?"
Thank you. Oh, it's one of a kind, just made today.
Ah, fabulous, fabulous. Of course, we're here with Sparrow Yglastine. Yglastine. One of the hottest names in the fashion market these days. Tell us, we see this beautiful dress, and this guy's just like frantically sketching you. He's like, "Will there be anybody else at the ball wearing one of your classics, one of your originals?"
Oh, you'll know him when you see him.
Oh, love it! You're kidding me. No, you must tell me.
Take a guess.
Oh, I can't.
Come on, I know you could.
I'm going to say Abigail Pace, Countess.
What a great guess.
Am I right?
All right, I'll see you later.
Oh, you killed me. And as this conversation is going on, it begins. You guys feel a few like pinpricks of rain come out from above, and everybody's like, "Aw, man!" As people start getting out umbrellas and stuff like that. And as this does happen, a carriage kind of pulls up to the front gate where the guards are, and a man like steps out. And at this, everybody can roll society as this guy appears. Even Guardian.
Okay, I wasn't gonna roll unless you said. I'm not sure if I'm there yet.
The ghost.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, so Imad recognizes this man, and so does Reese. Reese gets a crit. So the both of you recognize this man. This is Lord Panavar Lothide. He is the grandfather, of course, of Martella Lothide. Or not grandfather, he's the grand uncle of Martella. And you guys know that he is one of, if not the most powerful wizards in the Empire. He's like a very, very well-renowned people. And as soon as people see him come out, they're like, "Wow, he came out from hiding!" And they all shove Sparrow into the mud and run towards him. I'm just kidding, Sparrow. They don't actually do that, but Metaphorically, they do. But they all run.
Yeah. She like does that thing where you're like standing on the edge of something and you windmill your arms. She glares at whoever shoved her.
But they're all just super out of their minds to see this guy, and they all come running up towards him. And he steps out, and he sees that he feels like a raindrop, and he looks up at the sky, and then he just disappears. And everybody, like, he's there 1 second, gone the next, and everybody can roll Arcana to see if they recognize what just happened.
Oh, of course I know.
Thank you for asking. Okay. So Thane and Reese, they both recognized the spell that was used. Actually, I think only Thane does because he got a crit. So it would be... Anyway. Thane recognizes it. You know that he just used time stop. So he... he just stopped time for a few seconds so he could walk into the Senate building without having rain touched him. And you do know it's
ridiculous.
Hell,
It's like a 10th level spell.
Yes.
Just so he doesn't
you
have to
just
get
showing off
crit.
now. Okay, I got you. You're just showing off now. I
felt
get
a
it.
drop of rain. I'm gonna use a 10th level spell.
I'm sure he won't regret that later.
If he regrets it later, then we're all screwed. Like,
True.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Dude didn't have a 4th level dimension door to just appear where he wanted to go? No.
Guardian does get a hero point for foreshadowing. But as the
I don't know if I like that.
as the rain comes down, so he's gone. As the rain starts to come down, a guard approaches the 4 of you, and he says, 4 of you out of line. And he says, random inspection.
All right.
Random
Very well.
inspection.
And he nods and he'll say, follow me. And he'll walk you guys out of line and not towards the main gate where everybody's going to, but towards like a guard box, like a block down the premises.
Getting a little TSA vibe here.
Yeah.
I'd like
What
a
is this
female
going
guard
on?
to do my inspection.
What was that?
I'd like a female guard to do my inspection.
yeah.
And sorry, I'm trying to find where this is. That's all right. I've run this enough times I don't have to look at it. So as she did, the guy shushes you and takes you over, and you guys see that they're takes you to a guardhouse. And when he gets in, kind of a golden circle appears, like around his waist, like a belt. And the golden circle goes upwards and it goes downwards. And where once there was a palace guard, now there's a sharply dressed woman in a green suit. She's got a beauty mark on her lip and a short bob haircut. She nods towards you guys and she says, a mutual friend of ours asked me to get you a fast pass.
Oh.
Expected, of course.
Thank you kindly.
And she straightens herself up. She says, however, I still am a protector of Taldor, so you have to obey the Senate rules. And so with that, she starts to like lightly pat you guys down. And she says, rules of the Senate are as follows. Breastplates, ceremonial armor, and light armor may be worn inside the Senate building, but no other armor is permitted for anyone except guards. Furthermore, potions, scrolls, spell components, pouches, and wands are permitted inside the Senate building. Many of the senators are, in fact, spellcasters. However, spellcasting is not permitted within the building without written approval. Nextly, only one-handed weapons are allowed inside the Senate building. Ranged weapons and two-handed weapons are not allowed inside, so you have to check those with me. All weapons brought inside the Senate building must be peace-bound, which means that they are secured with a length of decorative cord. She gestures towards a chest that has many ribbons laid out. Animals are generally not permitted inside the Senate building, except familiars or service animals. Animals any larger than an average member of the Senate Guard are not permitted within the building under any circumstance. So only medium animals can come in. And finally, guests are free to roam the Senate building when invited, but senators' offices are specifically off limit. No one but the senators and a single aide for each is permitted on the Senate floor during a vote. So basically, that's saying that you guys are permitted within the Senate while the party's going on, but when they start to take their vote, you guys have to head up to the balconies to watch it go down, basically.
I guess that would work.
All right. Any questions?
Not for me.
Perfect. So did you guys bring your crossbows to, or did you leave them at home once Martella told you?
Imad would not have brought any weapons at all. He would just be going in with just clothing on his back.
Perfect. Lotus, what happened to your crossbow? Your heavy repeating crossbow.
You know what? I was gonna say she left it, but I think she'd bring it knowing that she could check it somewhere and then grab it before she left.
Gotcha.
Because she's been to, like, balls and court stuff.
Gotcha.
Courtly stuff. So she's like, they'll have a place to, like, check your jacket and check your weapon.
Mm-hmm. So she passed you down. She's like, and she just like draws this like huge weapon out from your like boot or something. Everybody's just like, where's she keeping it?
Under all the ruffles. Yeah, no, I feel like she would have it just like, she'd be like, oh, hold on. Hold on. She'd grab it and hold it out. Set it down on the ground for her.
Perfect. She says, okay, everybody seems to check out. And she says, enjoy the party. And she'll step aside for you guys.
Oh, one quick question. I would ask the lady, and one quick question. You said animals have to be medium or smaller, correct?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm safe.
And Kazad would have his battle axe piece bonded.
Perfect. Well, yeah, it can be one or two-handed. All right. I'll allow it. Okay, and before she goes, she'll extend her hand to shake the hands with everybody. She says, well, before you go, my name is Kathan Zalar, and I wish you all luck on today's event, or today's mission.
Pleasure meeting you.
And as you guys shake her hand, a voice in your head says, Kathan Zalar, Kathan Zalar, Kathan Zalar. Remember that. She appears 4 books from now. And they expect you to remember her from the cameo. So there you go. The worlds are tied together. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Very good, thank you.
No problem.
Could you spell that name for me? Cathan Zalar, I believe is what you said.
Yeah. One sec.
Hmm.
I'm busy. Fabulous.
And you said we heard that in our head, correct?
Yes, you did.
That was that was a meta players in your head.
Sorry, this is something that I did not have prepared.
All good. I know what that's like.
Damn it, I got rid of it. Alright. Well, might as well spell her name out real quick.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh man, I was not even close.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me either. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Actually, I was pretty close on the first name. Just missing the extra A.
Everybody in this adventure has the most effed up names.
They must have used the fantasy name generator and just went like, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Just went wild.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do this without. But I want it to be cool. You're right. You guys can wait. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Great. I love to hear it. What do we all think Guardian's character's up to?
Being sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Watching from the shadows.
Thieving.
Thieving. Hiding.
Laughing from the shadows.
Slow clapping.
Yes, very good. I
So you
found.
have to make your entrance. Slow clap with half of your face in the shadow.
Yes.
Then slowly step forward.
Okay, I got it. Now I just open up the game in a different window so the audience can't see my my saved files. Okay, then I lay the picture down on the board. Loading. Time just slows down for you guys. I'm talking to this lady.
The suspension, or the suspense is really ramping up over here.
Yeah. What could it be? What's he trying to do?
So how is the rain now? As we're kind of pulled to the side, are we covered now, or are we still kind of outside? Because I know you said we could pull to the side of the building, but
So you guys are in like a guard building at the moment.
okay, good.
But it's still sprinkling, but they like saved you from being out there for a while for it getting bad.
Okay.
Okay.
I was only wondering because I figured it'd be bad to go in like soaking wet.
Yeah. You don't have a servant to hold the umbrella for you? All right. Well, I mean, F me, the GIF isn't gonna load, so. So eventually, I do have to admit defeat. So we're doing that right now. So as she shakes everybody's hands, you guys are like, you know what? There's no need to be ashamed. I love Persona 5. Here we go. As she shakes your hand, you guys hear this?
I am thou.
Ooh.
Thou art I.
You hear this in a metaphysical
Thou
sense.
hast acquired a new vow. become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of
Oh, wow.
captivity. With the birth of the strength
Moon.
persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Oh boy.
All right, so we all know what that means, so we'll just move on. With that, you guys, you guys shake hands with Cathan Zizlar, and you sense your destinies become entwined with her, and we'll explain that more later. But there you go, just a little teaser for you. Okay, next.
Amazing.
Okay, we're gonna move to this map. I believe it should just be darkness for everybody.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And with that, all should be revealed for you.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys prepared to have me talk for about 30 minutes?
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right. So,
So we are about to engage in a round of or a game, the social. All right.
perfect.
So what we're going to be doing here today is this is going to be a social encounter in Pathfinder. So what this is that over the course of the evening, you guys are you have your various missions, and so you are going to be trying to manipulate the people and locations within the Senate of Taldor. To your own ends for to earn favor and rewards from the various people in this location. And so, how does this work? That is a great question. So, the Senate is filled with unique personalities, people, and locations. So, we will have an initiative order just like we're in combat. And each round is about 15 minutes, and it involves your character going to a certain person or location and trying to influence them to your benefit. Each person and location has tiers of progress, which reflect them being neutral, friendly, and allied to you. And as you climb up this ladder with that person or location, you get various benefits with them. And so, how do we climb up this ladder? Excellent question. Each location and person has different things that appeal to them. For instance, Sparrow is in charge of keeping her eye on High Strategos Pytharius. And he is a man of war and action, and so perhaps talking with him about fashion may not be as fruitful as if you talked with him about sports or warfare or something like that. And so most things can be accomplished with diplomacy, but entertainers might prefer performance, or the general might prefer lore warfare or something like that to interact with them. So each person has subjects that they favor, which will give you bonuses to influencing them. And then they have things that they disfavor, which is, something that will make it harder for you to influence them. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Excellent. Okay, so the way that everybody has 1 to 3 tiers, and these tiers are made out of points. And so you gain points by passing a roll, basically. Let me check out one of these locations. So it's basically for a... making sure that's right, sorry. Yeah, so the point system is on a critical failure, you lose points. On a failure, you just gain no points. On a success, you gain 5 points towards influencing the person or location. And on a critical success, you gain 10 points. And critical successes are, you get that by rolling a 20, or by rolling 10 points over the DC of whatever you're trying to meet. And that's going to be the game that we're playing for the next 2 sessions. So as you guys kind of chew and contemplate on that, everybody arrives at the party. So as you're walking through, briefly, everybody sees a map of the Senate in front of them. And there are, of course, guides and waiters, and everybody's like, welcome to the Exaltation Gallery, presenting Lady Sparrow, Sir Imad, Sir Kazad, and Sir Fane. Boo. And you guys enter the gallery. So let me lay out the various locations for you. As you guys enter, you come to the section of the Senate, which is the museum. This is known as the Arcade of Triumphs. This is where the various military accomplishments of the Taldor phalanx and the legions of exploration are displayed, and it's got various trophies and paintings and armor sets from across the world and Taldor's many ages and colonies over those ages. Moving from there, so this is the Arcade of Triumph right here. Moving from there, we have the Botanical Gardens. I actually think these places have their own descriptions I should probably lean on. The Arcade of Triumphs. This entry gallery celebrates Taldor's abundant military and political glories. Banners and trophies line the halls of the arcade, some displayed openly while others rest behind intricate glass cases. While armor stands and display cases present countless artifacts belonging to great heroes and soldiers, a score of Taldan phalanx troops stand at attention, acting as both ceremonial honor guard for the Senate and guides of some of the military assets on display. So that's the arcade. Next, we move over to the courtyard. A breathtaking gardens surround the Senate building. Catered patios segregated by short iron fences, coordinated military displays, and even a makeshift zoo of imported animals and magical beasts fill the few open spaces here, even including a small hive of bees busily pollinating the exotic flowers and making honey used by the Senate's kitchen. Many of the senior nobles enjoy breaks between ceremonies in this open space. Next up is the Emperor's Hall. So this isn't actually a location that you can influence, but it's here anyway. It's marked as right here. So this is a gathering space before the Senate chambers. It is set aside as property of the Emperor. Features countless statues and portraits of previous Grand Princes. While formally these chambers are for the use of the Emperor, no Grand Prince has ever maintained an office within the Senate building, and the space is understood to be a public meeting room by silent agreement. Next up is a location. Oh, this location doesn't appear on the map, so I want you guys all to enter the Theater of the Mind. Now, this is the gallery. This is the second floor of the Senate. The second floor of the Senate building acts as an observation deck to the events of the main floor, with offices for various senators lining the outer walls. This area is a winding passageway. It is typically open to noble observers and senatorial aides. Much of the gallery is dedicated to entertaining the children of various nobles tonight, with extravagant performances occurring throughout the upper balconies of the Senate building. To the north, we have the Imperial Archives. The Imperial Archives could have been Galerion's greatest collection of transcribed knowledge, had any care been invested into its upkeep. Centuries of redirected funding and Senate-sanctioned pruning of sensitive information has ruined the once immaculate reputation of the archives. This vast library now acts as a repository of haphazardly curated books, Senate minutes, and genealogy records left open to the scrutiny of uncaring nobles. During the grand day of exaltation, a host of rising aristocrats and aspiring courtiers here tout their knowledge of Taldan history. Furthermore, we have the Senate floor, which is this circle in the center. Normally closed to non-senators, the vast circular Senate floor is open to special guests during the day of exaltation, and a myriad of would-be nobles take the opportunity to duck in and live out a few moments of power fantasy, including mock legislation or engaging in lively debates. And then finally, A7 is the servants area. While several hidden corridors crisscross the Senate building, allowing servants to come in and go without disturbing the assembled politicians, this area houses most of the storerooms, workhouses, and kitchens, where the building's small army of servants bustle around to maintain the facade of opulence. Even in this area, however, never meant for noble eyes, it is of exceptional quality, though the glit has worn thin on most corners and there are some cheap repairs that mar artistic furniture. So that's kind of the layout of the Senate. And you guys go up to the second level to meet up with Lady Martella Lothide. And as you do, you see that she is already entertaining a guest. A pale, disturbingly handsome-looking man who can speak for himself.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much described the picture right there. Pale, uncomfortably handsome, not on purpose, but that's the image I found, so that's what we got. He has very white hair. He's sort of dressed in something that is kind of like muted, not flashy at all, but something that also wouldn't be stand out because it's not appropriate for the occasion. Actually, I think that he would have tried to kind of get an idea of what the wait staff, like the more senior members of the wait staff were wearing, and try to do something similar to that, but a little bit more, I guess, elegant there, to help him just kind of fade into the background to anybody who's not, directly interacting with him. And I imagine that he would be passing a message over to Martella as they're speaking, since that's kind of his main goal or duty that he's been doing for her recently.
Fabulous. And as we see Reese appear for the first time, we tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Clocks rewind as we see Reese entering in the gallery, the Arcade of Triumph, for the first time on the arm of Martella Lothide as her +1. You also have the senatorial badge on your lapel.
Nice.
And as you enter in, you're like walking her forward, and a man suddenly just appears in front of you. He was not there before, but now he is, and you bump into him, and you're like, whoa, and you look up at this man, and Martella also looks up at this man, and we see a shiver run down our fetchling's spine as we hear,
I am
oh.
thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the
Death.
persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Ooh, we got the good one, I guess.
So that's for your critical success as you recognize that your destiny is entwined with this man, and you kind of, the light vanishes from your eyes as you look at him for a few minutes or a few seconds, and when you come to, he's walking away, and you can feel Martella visibly shaking in your hands as as their entire conversation was missed by you, as you were kind of just like, he used time stop to stay dry.
And I did recognize him as her uncle, right?
Yes, you passed.
Okay.
So yeah, your crit on that was why you recognize that he will appear in your life on another day. Okay, listen, these cards don't act as if your characters are like, this man is deaf, but this is like player knowledge.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Gotcha.
And death is often it's the beginning of something new.
Very convincing. So I guess he's probably a little shaken by that, because that's I mean, Reese is just kind of figuring out his magic still, and something as massive as that for he would just be like, is he always like that?
Martella steadies herself and she says, hard to say. He really only comes around to make proclamations to the family, so.
You're not close then?
No, I'm not. I'm the family's black sheep. And you can make a society roll to see if you know anything extra about Martella.
Okay. Hey, you good?
So your spies are a little bit better than Reese. Not Reese. You are Reese. Anyway, Faye. You know that Martella is the black sheep of her family. She's a bastard. Her father had an affair with Kadiran, a diplomat, and so Kadira is the like sworn enemy of Taldor. They got into like a 500-year war with them that that ended very badly. They're currently on peaceful terms, but he had a relationship with a diplomat, and diplomat was like, well, I'm not taking it, so gave it to him. He's like, well, I don't know. He stepped up, I suppose, but she's always been the black sheep of the family, so as soon as she was old enough, their family estates are like nowhere near Opara. They're kind of country nobility. So he sent her out to like Opara as soon as she was old enough to attend private school, and that's where she's been since.
Got ya. Well, I think Reese would sense that's probably a sore subject and not press too much after that.
Gotcha. See, already the politics takes that flavor. And with that, the clocks turn back to their normal pace. And, yeah, you guys are introduced to Reese for the first time, and the whole team's assembled now.
Hey.
And as you guys join her, she says, well, I hear the lot of you have been looking into some of our opponents on today's match. As she looks at Kazad specifically, who did the best on the gathering intelligence thing today. She says, I just want you to know that I appreciate my friends being very thorough. And she and takes out her purse and passes you guys I don't know, a brown paper bag. Hard to say. But you guys look inside and find some goodies. You find 2 vials of da 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 da. 2 vials of liquid blade.
Awesome.
Ooh.
So
That's insane.
So basically, if you uncork this, the water inside freezes, and you will have a knife for 10 minutes.
This is a murder weapon.
Yes.
That's what this is.
You might need to cut a rope. I don't know. She gives you 8 smoke pellets. Oh wait, before we go any further, handout, loot. All players. All right. There's now a loot handout. Use wisely. So,
Yeah, that I hope.
2 vials of liquid blade, 8 smoke pellets, a single dose of soul stimulant, so this will rejuvenate you if you ever come under the sway of a vampire. If you ever have your
Oh God.
No pressure. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
Why does she think we need this?
Oh, vampires are everywhere in Tal'Dorus.
I did not know this.
And 2 vials of Dust Evolution, which allows you to cast Disguise Person.
Is that illusory disguise now, or is there a
Yeah, I believe
disguise
it's illusory
self still?
disguise. So there you go. Good job for doing a good job.
I like how earlier you rolled a hero point in real life. You just like ducked out of the thing and then came back and started over, re-rolled.
Thank you.
So should we divide this up now, or we just pack it away and see who needs it later?
Probably should do that since we well, of course, going to be splitting up, of course, right? So maybe everyone take 2. Actually, no, there's 5 of us. I forgot about the newcomer, Reese.
Well,
Then I guess that
eight.
comes. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I think we have 8 of the smoke pellets, 2 of the liquid blades, 2 of the dust of illusion, and was it 2 of the soul stimulants? I didn't see a handout for that one.
Yeah, I didn't see a handout for that as well.
1.
1 soul stimulant.
1 dose of soul stimulant.
Are you telling me you guys didn't see that amazing picture of him?
I didn't see it. It might. Yeah, I don't see it.
The bottle alone.
There it is. Wow.
Amazing.
This picture specifically shows 3. It's 3 different liquids you have to pour in a sequence.
Wow.
You have to make a Jaeger bomb on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. While like your team's fighting a vampire.
1 second. Just drop in the shot glass. Here we go.
Just 2 seconds, guys. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Well, I was just going to say, regarding, our tactics, how exactly would you guys want to go about this? So we could all split up. or we could go in kind of like groups of 2 and 3, um, just to kind of back each other up. But I mean, it all really depends on what each of our objectives are.
Yeah. Yeah, because some are a bit similar, but they
Mhm.
can group up together. So, I'm looking. If anyone have suggestions on who should go with who, or if anyone's like, "Hey, mine's probably the best when I'm alone," just depends.
Mine might be better if I'm by myself, but I also might be able to help with. So I assume we can like take a few minutes to discuss our mission so that we're all on board. Is that okay, or does it seem like that would be safe to like you know pass the cards around so people can read what we're supposed to be doing and all that?
Martella's like, you brought the cards.
Or something like that. I assume it's worse
Yes.
to speak it out loud here, but unless she takes out the cricket again.
You guys, she's like leaning on a rail, and you see the cricket is chirping on beside her.
Okay. Well, mine is probably best if I'm by myself, unless there are others of you who are good at sneaking around and things. But well, when we came through the, or I guess we're now in the, what is it called? The
In the gallery.
yeah. Okay. So have we passed through the Arcade of Triumphs? Have I
Yes.
got a look at this display of artifacts yet?
No. So none of you have done anything to advance your missions until
Okay.
we start.
Well, perhaps if I'm able to snatch a couple of these artifacts, it might go towards causing a scandal if one of them should fall out of the pocket of someone who is the target of another mission.
Do the names Duke Centimus and Countess Abrielle, do they hold any familiarity to you?
Is that would that be a society rule, or maybe lore, Apara?
So for the game that we're getting into, normally I would let you guys do this, but I'm not gonna let you do it for this one, because part of the game is you guys discovering what works on these people. So it's called Discover Weakness. So you're finding out like what traits they're weak to. So I'm gonna leave that to the game.
Okay. So perhaps we'll need to communicate once we get into it, and then maybe we split up, and then if you feel like you're getting stuck, we can meet back up and give a status update at some point.
Yeah, if you guys just
Yes.
want to do a round of it, and
Yeah, we can do that. Because I think I think the best one that's a bit goes hand in hand is of course mines and the one with the Imad.
I was thinking something similar, but I mean, I guess we won't really know until we start and see.
Do some research, of course.
perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna put all your tokens out on the field. They're kind of in that northern patch of grass just above the gardens. Okay, I'm going to put the initiative tracker out. On your character sheets, on initiative, you're going to see that the skill perception is highlighted. You guys are going to click your tokens, and you're going to change that skill from perception to diplomacy, and you're going to roll your initiative that way.
one of the coolest things about Pathfinder is initiative is based on what you're doing.
That is, yeah, never seen that.
I can't click on my token.
Me neither.
What? Why not?
Me neither.
I was able to.
Nice.
I was not.
All right, Bill, try it now.
Ah, yeah, got it now.
All right, everybody else try it now.
And you said initiative, correct?
Yes.
Using diplomacy as the skill.
Is there a specific initiative one on there?
Oh man.
Yeah, initiative's going to be on the right side of the character sheet.
It's under perception if you see a giant perception over on the
Oh, I
right-hand
see.
side.
Okay. And then you're gonna do diplomacy as a. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Do you want us to move to where we want to go, or?
Yeah. So with this, we're going to get started. So it starts with a mod. So with this, you can automatically locate whoever you're going to find. That's no problem. It instantly happens, and you instantly move to the area where they are. So on your rounds, you can choose to influence one of the locations I discussed earlier. You can try to influence like a specific person that you want to talk to. Or, if you have an idea for something else that you would like to try, just tell me and I'll try to hash that out with you. But we'll just get started with a mod. Everybody ask questions. I think this is a really cool system, but it does take a little bit to get used to it. So, Ahmad, what would you like to do?
Okay. Thinking of this as a soldier, he would probably try to identify his objective, which you just said, you basically automatically identify them. So, first, he would want to look for the Countess. Where would she be?
So with that, everybody splits apart, and as this is happening and everybody's splitting apart, you hear someone say, "Oh, Miss Miss Pace, you are devilish," and you see that she is up on the gallery with Martella Lothite. And so as you are on this gallery where Martella's talking to a few nobles, there's like several circles of nobles that are talking with each other. You see Miss Pace is in one of them, and you also see that this floor is mainly dominated by children who are all being left in the care of a halfling clown that is currently like playing on a ukulele. And if you give me a moment, I can provide a picture. I cannot provide a picture, but I will make her 100 feet tall.
That got me. She is the Senate.
Okay. So this is just the performer that's entertaining children, correct?
Yes, this is Countess Abriel Pace. She's the person that you're going after.
Gotcha.
And she is being performed by none other than the imitable Lotus. Yeah, Lotus, I'll give you the details on her right quick.
Okay.
I have so many things open.
Yeah, I was going to say, you must have a lot going on.
All right, I will get this over to her. Okay, I'm going to send this to you on Discord, Lotus.
Got it.
could like not find your thing. Okay, there's everything. Anything you need to know about Abriel Case. Pace. Your round starts, you locate her, so now you have a few options. You can go over there and talk to her to try to start it, or before you engage, you can try to see if you can find her weakness and see if you can discover a particular skill that she might be receptive to or not like. And you can do that without interacting with her as you're kind of asking around.
Sure. Yeah, Imad would definitely take at least this round to recon to kind of gain intel about her. So he would try to discover her weakness.
Okay, so since you're kind of working the room and asking about her, you can make a society roll to see what's up.
Society or diplomacy, maybe?
It depends if are you talking to a specific person to try to get information, or are you just like generally asking a room?
Yeah, he would be generally asking everyone. He probably wouldn't be looking for a single person. So,
Gotcha.
society then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So for the first round, Ma definitely very new to this. And, you're just having a hard time getting people's ears dressed as you are. And, people just haven't taken note of you yet. So you're having a hard time breaking into some conversations.
Fair enough.
So that was Ahmad's first round. Next up, we're going to go to Fane. What's Fane doing?
I think Fane is going to go to the signature. What's it called again? Center Hall? Center Court?
Yeah, the center floor or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I forgot about it. Yeah, okay.
I don't work here. The Senate floor, that's it.
Perfect. And then I think what he will do, knowing the knowledge little knowledge that he has in like nobility, he knows that like they're super arrogant as well. And you said it's like a debating floor, correct?
Yes, it is.
So I think he's going to, I guess, spark up some conversations, like little ones, to try to get just to try to get some more information before going to what he really wants to know. Lighthearted questions, I guess. I don't know what would be some good lighthearted questions, but something light that they can debate on. See who doesn't like who, so you can just tell, and then from there you can try to get some more information, I guess.
I hear you. So as you come into the Senate floor, there are a few people of interest here. You see standing kind of like by himself, like in front of the like Senate leader's dais, is Calbio of Breezy Creek. This is the commoner that is being exalted today. He just looks like I look at parties. He's just a lost little lamb, and he's like looking around. In addition to that, another person of interest is you can see Baron Nicholas O'Cara is also here on the Senate floor, and he is surrounded by throngs of admirers. He's kind of like a military hero, and a few years ago, he was like a big jousting champion. He's retired since then, but he's Charles Barkley or something like that.
Yeah,
like, hey.
It's a big player for sure.
So you're on the Senate floor and you're trying to start up a debate. There's a few ways you can do this. One of the options it lists is religion, which is pretty funny. You can also do deception or a knowledge skill. Or if you have anything that has to do with a profession, you can do that as well. Or even perception will help you find flaws in your opponent's arguments.
I'll probably do deception.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever lied on the Senate floor.
Yeah, surely not, right?
Okay. DC for this is going to be 14.
Okay. Charm allows you to win over those you like to, and I'm also going to use a charming liar as well. I don't know if I do that after the roll or what.
When you get a critical
Uh,
success using a tree action,
oh, okay, so it's a critical success. Okay,
Gotcha. Okay.
alrighty. So I'm going to roll deception first. That is not the best.
Martella, Martella chose poorly. Okay, so no problem. You're just like, oh, the Kadir and space lasers, and everybody's like, oh boy.
Yeah, something like, it might sound dumb, but it gets people talking, right?
Yeah, everybody's like, oh my god, did you hear what happened to that family? It's sad. It's sad. All right. Next up is gonna be Sparrow. What you doing?
If possible, are there any like big hitters around? The ones that I've been given information on, Duke Septimus or
Oh yeah. So some people of interest. Septimus is here. Everybody's a big hitter. What are you talking about?
I know. I meant specifically the ones I'm looking out for, Maxillar
Yeah.
and
So
Septimus.
Duke Septimus is here. Not Martella. Gloriana Marilla is here, and Maxillar Pytharius is in the Arcade of Triumph.
Okay. I'd like to pursue a lead for if I could.
It's happening. You absolutely can.
For Maxillar.
Okay.
Do you want me to post that?
Yeah. Just so our friends can know what's happening. Enjoy.
It's long.
Interesting. That's right there.
I'll read that. Yeah.
Too long, didn't read. All
Yeah.
good.
This thing starts with chapter 1.
So I want to since I already know of him,
Mhm.
I guess I want to go find him. So I guess I'm there, right?
Yeah.
he
So for you to succeed at this mission, it requires 3 successful perception checks.
Okay.
But first, in order to get close to him, you must either like schmooze with him to raise his favorability towards you, or succeed in a disguise or stealth check.
I'll try a stealth check.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth for me. It's gonna be a DC 15.
Okay. Painful.
Well, it's not a crit fail.
Yeah, that's good.
So there's just no stealthing with this lady.
Yeah.
As you are a rising star, so as you come in, people are like, "Oh, look, there she is, Sparrow, Sparrow! I love what you're wearing. Your earrings.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous."
Hush down. Hush.
Yes, thank you. And they begin to like crowd you and just crowd surf you away from the.
Oh yeah, her arms are like sticking out from between them, trying to get past. Darn.
All right, after Sparrow is Reese.
All right. So I'm going to be heading towards the Hall of Triumphs? No, I have
Arcade of Triumphs.
But it's just that. Let's try to see if I can figure out where the stuff is being stored. But if I get near there, I think I will look for like a waiter or somebody who looks like they might be, because if this stuff needs to get moved out and unveiled or something like that, obviously it's not going to be anybody important doing that. It's going to be some kind of servant or laborer or something like that. So I'm looking for somebody like that to, you know, introduce myself and kind of see if I can gather some information on where this stuff is and all of that.
Gotcha. So if you want to schmooze yourself with the servants, you can do that in a variety of ways. You can craft to show them that you're a man of the people. Medicine roll for treating any burns or any injuries that might be suffered on the job. You can of course intimidate them. Can use perception just to know something about them that might make it easier for you. Or if you have lore in any type of profession like baker, butcher, cook, innkeeper, or porter, maybe even courier, you can use that instead.
Well, I have lore Apara, not lore courier, unfortunately. None of those were things that I'm actually trained in.
Well, I don't want to make you commit to something that you don't feel that you might succeed to. You can also try to look around the arcade and try to influence that if you're trying to case the joint.
Let's see. Yeah, let me start with just looking around, because if they're going to unveil this later, it's probably going to be somewhere that people could, a lot of people could see. So maybe it would be obvious if I just do a walk around and look before I start trying to talk to people.
Okay, so to check out the arcade, that's going to be appraise. Praise doesn't exist anymore, but if you have something fun you want to change that to, I'll take it. It'll also be knowledge, history, or nobility, perception, or arcana are some skills you can use to come around here.
Well, let's go with arcana.
Okay.
All of the other ones are +3s.
Okay, it's gonna be a DC. Oh.
Every single one of us, huh?
Easy peasy.
This is what he wanted.
You know what? I've got 2 hero points. I'm going to spend one.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Alright. Try that again. Oh,
Perfect.
Jesus,
Beautiful.
that's way better.
All right, so this is a crit success on the arcana.
Nice.
So this gives you 10 points, which instantly fills the first threshold for the Arcade of Triumphs. So you're looking around trying to find out. You do see that there's a section that is it's not roped off. People are milling about, but there are 5 centerpieces on pedestals that currently have silk draped over them. But they're not. It's not like in its own cordoned off area, so you do have access to it. For 10 points, you reach threshold 1. At this threshold, a guest comments. Never mind. I can just do this. Sometimes I read and I'm like, wait, I forgot that I could just do a scene. So as you're casing this joint, you see that there's a portrait of the Taldan Army of Exploration. I think this is the 7th one. That's what they call their crusades. But instead of being religious crusades, they're conquering. Yeah, I guess the crusades were too, but not for religion, for nationalism.
So they're the British.
Yeah. So you can see that there's the Army of Exploration. It shows a bunch of them in cloaks, and it shows a snowy scene. And there is a knight on top of horse, and he has a crossbow, and he's taking aim with it. And across the other side of the painting, you see that there is a horde of Kelid barbarians, and an artist says, "Oh, this is fabulous piece, isn't it? This is a famous depiction." And he points to the side of the painting, and there's a crossbow in a glass case. And he says, this is depicting one of the most famous moments of the of Taldan history. This is, of course, Dignity's barb. And he points at the crossbow. And he says, this one crossbow alone was fired in the midst of a blizzard, and the wind carried it to kill the chief of the Kellid warlord. And with his death, his entire band was sent running, and Taldor was saved from utter destruction. And he is like, yes, this one item alone, saved all of Taldor. He says, well, the original, this is just a replica, but still. Very interesting story.
That is very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
I look and see if any of those things are crossbow shaped under the under the silk.
Roll of perception.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I hate when I say things that get me into roles that I can't do. Yeah.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. All right. So Bill Kazad is about to head off to engage in his own mission when Martella kind of says, uh-oh. She says, you're with me tonight, Kazad. And she holds up a letter. And she says, please do me the honor of delivering this this note to Count Orlundo Zesper. And returning with his reply, please. And she will hand you an envelope.
Okay. How do I find this guy?
So he is in the library. However, you're to get to him in a timely manner. This is going to be a feat of athletics or acrobatics as you're trying to, move with grace across the Senate floor.
I don't know. A dwarf and scale melt is not.
Not scream acrobatics to you?
Yeah, we'll do athletics though.
Alrighty. It's gonna be a DC 12. Interesting. Okay, very good. So you're able to, with just utter grace, sorry. Other grace, you're able to move about the Senate floor, ducking and diving, and eventually manage to make it to the library and deliver the letter to him. Count Zesper is there with his son, and he's like, I don't know. He's standing there and they're kind of looking at the Zesper family tree, heavily amended, as you come in.
Excuse me. I have a message for you, Count.
And
Hand him the message.
he takes it and he says, "Oh, very, very good. A message from Martella. Thank you." And he kind of checks his watch and he's like, "Wow, you made fantastic time. Are you a professional courier?"
No, sir. I'm actually a healer of sorts.
Are you wearing any holy symbols of Pharasma?
Yes.
He says, "Oh, well, Pharasma is a courier in her own way." And he says, "I very much appreciate a man of high competence. I don't suppose there's any way I could, after tonight, wean you away from Martello."
Oh, I don't know, but if you want to speak with her about my services, I would be more than happy to, if she allows it.
And he smiles and says, "Of course." So I'm gonna show you guys the picture. So the picture also just has like his entire history on it, and I just ask that you don't read that.
Okay.
Just enjoy art. And he says, now it's gonna take me a little bit to finish up this letter, but please come back to me in about 2 rounds. So 1 round after that, come to me, and I'll have the letter for you.
Okay.
And with that, we're gonna head into round 2. We're back with Ahmad.
Okay, so I tried to kind of get a feel for the Countess uh, Abrielle Pace, kind of like what her weaknesses are. Um, what other options are available to me again? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So you can try Seeker Weakness, but if that since that didn't work out for you, you can just go in and engage with her and try to have a conversation and to wean out the information. Or you could try to influence the gallery that you guys are in, and that won't really help you with her, but it does provide its own benefits.
Hmm. Um.
Or you could just you do have 2 targets, so if you could try to find this
Yeah,
other guy.
that's actually a good idea. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, let's switch gears for now and try to locate the Duke. See what I can do with him.
Gotcha. That's pretty easy. You just kind of look onto the Senate floor, and you can see him on the ground, surrounded by people. So, were you looking to discover his weakness as well, or something else?
Yes, I'd like to, conduct some recon on him from afar.
Okay, perfect. So, do you have lore, military, or anything like that?
I do have the Talden Patriot background. I don't know if that applies. Um,
So it's not a specific skill, but I'll give you a bonus to this because you guys kind of come from the same
Okay.
cutout. But it'd be society again.
okay. So we'll roll that. Ugh.
Hey, I hear hero points are cool.
Yeah. I don't think I have any.
So everybody starts with 1.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's go on ahead and use that. That allows me to do what exactly?
So it's a reroll, and then I do it to where if the reroll is below 10, then we add 10 to whatever you rolled.
Okay.
Because I hate rerolling and then getting the same roll or a worse roll.
All right. So just roll society again.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So that's going to go to a 15. Add 10 to it. And 15 is enough to help you discover his weakness. Okay. So you know that he is that people are you're asking around. You're like, what's the deal with this Okara dude? And they kind of tell you he's like a very law and order, traditional type of guy. He's like, oh, the rules are the rules for a reason, and he's very much of that order. But you discover that it's probably easier to talk with him. One, if you're of the military. Also, if you are able to speak a foreign language other than common, you get bonus points to him for that. Or if you have the lore skill, lore nobility, it's also easier to talk with him with that. So
Okay.
those are kind of the 3 ways to approach him to get bonuses.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Next up, we got Fane. We got Sleepy Kozai over here.
Mute counter number 1.
All right.
Perfect. Alrighty.
We
We're
love
like
it.
Lotus right now. Alright, so I had to, I'm sorry. Could I do the debate again? Because now I kind of out of like something that's actually going to be important.
Yeah, sure,
Like,
sure. You can roll up your sleeves and get back in there.
yeah, I'm getting in there, putting in the mouthwash, feeling all clean. And now I'm going to try to do some of the stuff that you told me about the all the foreign coinage this year, and like pretty much do like a debate, like, hey, why do you guys think the coinage is more high this year? And try to get their what they think about it,
Okay.
pretty much.
I'll give you a +1 to whatever you're rolling for.
So I'll probably do diplomacy this time.
Okay, sweet.
Alrighty. Boom, boom. Bingo.
Hey, so that's a crit.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to. What's your? Do you have anything prepared, or would you like me to?
No, I don't have anything prepared at all.
So yeah, you just give a pretty well thought out speech, and you're like, "What do you guys think about it?" And people are like, "Oh well, They give their opinion on why a lot of foreign coinage may be coming up, and you give a few rebuttals, and everybody's like, "Wow, this guy's really really knows what he's going on." So with a crit, you fill up the first threshold with 10 points. The PC is successfully, and I should say, for locations, it's like a cumulative for the party. It's not just one person. It's like everybody's earning favor towards it. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so groups can attack it as they like. But the PCs successfully take part in one of the many debates that occur in the area. Typical debate topics range from the validity of primogeniture to other national institutions to assessing the actions of previous noble members. By proving themselves, the PCs can select any one skill from the influence list for this area and use that skill to influence another area in the Senate where that skill could not normally be used. So once again, that list is going to be deception, knowledge local, nobility, or religion, perform, or perception. So Jay, what skill would you like to transfer to the other areas?
Probably deception. Yeah, probably deception sounds about right.
All right, sweet.
And that's me.
So there you go. So everybody just take note that deception is on the table for all areas now. All right, Sparrow, you finally clawed your way out of the grips of your adoring fans. What will you do next?
So you had me decide between stealth and what was it last time? In order to like get over to him, appeal to his.
It was disguise, which is thievery.
Guys, thievery. Oh, okay.
We do have Dust of Illusion, which can produce a disguise, so keep that in mind if you feel like you might want to try that.
Well, yeah, we have items that we were given.
We do have a liquid knife.
You can drop a smoke bomb. That will definitely help with stealth.
Hello there.
Just enter like Darkwing Duck.
Is there? So I'm just trying to like get into his presence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would the vial of illusion, would that be an Arcana roll? What would it be, or to just use it?
If you just want to spend your turn using it, you can.
Hmm. What other options do I have to appeal to him? Do I know yet? Is there something I could roll to like discern that?
So you'd spend your round trying to investigate him and see if you can find what his weaknesses are.
Okay.
Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's gonna be society to see if you can talk to people and see what it is. Get a measure of the man. Okay.
Got it.
So you get a sense that he will take either nature. I know specifically she didn't take that. Or athletics. As you're talking around, they're like, "Oh, he is a huge equestrian. He's got like a big stable of horses in his back at his mansion in Zamar, and he's crazy about them. He's always taking them horseback riding. He's also a famed athlete, and he was one of the every year he takes the challenge where he swims across the river outside of Opara.
Boy. I'm really at a disadvantage here. Okay.
Do you have any type of deception or no?
I do. I think I'm actually even trained in it. Hold on, let me see.
So
Yeah.
deception will be to influence the area and not people.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that.
All good.
Both of them. It would be the same roll for me, basically, to roll either athletics or nature to try to appeal to those.
That's all right. So your round was spent trying to find his weakness.
Yep.
And we'll go over to Reese.
Got it.
All right. So, is it possible to influence this room to sort of make influence people to kind of move to other areas? It's like less prying eyes is what I'm thinking here.
Not really.
Okay. So influencing the room, is that really more about increasing our own social standing, or what does influencing the room give us?
So it's different for each room. Like Kozai's. Sorry, Jay's.
Thank you.
Jay's gave him, he let you guys use deception in every room. Some of them give you items. Yours gave you some backstory on that weapon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It just all really depends on the room in question.
Okay. So I've already kind of influenced the room a little bit here. So.
And if you want to say that you're getting people to move to a different location, you can. You're just describing how you're stealing one of these items.
Okay. All right. So. Do I need to get close to the items first, or?
Nope, they're completely open to you. There are 5 items on display. You need only to steal 3 of them.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make my move and see if I can nab one.
All right, let's get a thievery check from you.
Oh God.
Easy peasy.
It should be easy.
All right, here we go.
Oh, let's see.
That bad? It's not that bad. Surely.
All right, so you're coming in. You're
You got this.
You go in, you reach out to grab one, and two people come in, and it's like, "Don't worry, babe, no one's back here," and they both like stumble in, and you're just like, "Whoop!" and like immediately do like a 180, and this.
Okay, DC's a little higher than 14. He's gonna, just kind of shake it off, and I'll try again next time. I was considering, I was like, is now the time for a hero point? But no, okay. Save it for later.
All right, and so Kazad, you have a full round before your Mr. Zesper has any more need for you. So, what would Kazad like to do?
Did you say the Senate floor? I could use religion.
You can use religion, yes.
Okay, so I'll make my way over to the Senate floor and see if I can get something brewing with religion here. Okay.
That'll work.
All right. So I guess what are you trying to? What are you debating people about?
Man.
I think my god is better than your god, and
yeah, just the debate of whether or not religion should be involved in politics.
What's Kazad's stance?
He's neutral.
he starts up the conversation and just lets them fight over each other.
he's just getting other people to fight each other and slowly backing away to collect his message.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that? Great. So with a Bill's second crit of the day, by the way.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap.
Killing it.
So as Bill engages in this debate and kind of has two firebrands going at each other, eventually Bill participating in this debate does lead to the downfall of a particularly odious young politician, and he like really gets drawn into a debate he's like way over his head with, and he gets sent away. And you actually this draws the attention of Judge Darthist Mercinian, who is a lawful neutral male half-elf aristocrat, and he comes up to you and he says, "Sir, the way you maneuvered that situation to the chagrin of that young man, I must say it relieved my heart to see it. The fact that so many young Abadarians today are so aggressive in their worship, it's really making things hard for us. So whenever I can see, I have to remain neutral as a judge, believe it or not. But
oh, really?
Yeah, but just seeing someone really take it to them, it was a pleasure to see. And he takes off he messes with his finger for a second, and he says, "Please, just a symbol in my favor." And he presents you with a gold ring emblazoned with the Mersanian family crest, which is going to be worth 30 gold.
Holy crap.
He just gave jewelry like that?
Thank
Okay.
you, Your Honor.
Go Kazad.
He gives you a nod. He says, "I wish you well." He'll head off. Okay, at the start of this round, there is a ding, 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 ding. And all the people are like, "Oh, she's here, she's here." Everybody's suddenly pushes past each of you. and you guys are dragged along into a crowd as you are all brought into the gardens. There in the gardens, you see Lady Gloriana Marilla standing before a fountain. She has a champagne flute in her hand. And as everybody sees her, everybody who hasn't rolled society for her, one of you did. Whoever did that, don't do this. But everybody else rolls society. And while we are, Lotus, would you mind describing this young woman? She has huge green hair and ringlets. Just know that. And continue from there. As the person that dressed her tonight.
Huge. I thought you were going to say something else.
She has cans the size of melons.
Oh, wow. You said it.
I know what the people want.
How did you describe her hair?
She has green hair and ringlets.
Green hair and ringlets. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me think about this. Let me think about... Is it long hair or like shoulder length?
It's long hair that is shoulder length because of the ringlets.
Okay, so they're like tight ringlets. Okay. So she is wearing a... I'll just have to send it. Hold on.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, you found it?
Psh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, got it.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, makes sense. Yeah.
Found it. Okay, give me 1 second.
God, that makes me want to go play that so bad.
Yeah.
Patience.
All right, everybody roll society while she's
2 seconds.
Yeah, I was about to say, I gotta work up tonight. I spent
I
too
was the
many
one
hours on
rolled
that
an
game.
error, so I'm skipping it.
Oh man.
Okay, got it.
It's fine. Bill's gonna roll another nat 20. It'll be fine.
Of course.
Okay, Kazad, you know a few things about Lady Marilla. She is a famed bard. She's like one of the most famous musicians in the country. She is also a member of the Pathfinder Society. They are an international organization of explorers and adventurers. And she is one of their. She is the leading member in Taldor. She's like the head of the society in Taldor. And she saved the world from a demonic incursion in the north by leading her own army of exploration. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. By leading her own army of exploration several years ago. So this woman literally saved the world. Anyway.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
So she comes up and she is tapping her fork on or knife rather. Too many tabs. So everybody, she brings in everybody's like, oh, Lady Gloriana's gonna be speaking. So everybody kind of assembles. I'm the type of guy who moves tokens. Thank you to that person that moved their token. And everybody thinks that she's about to give a speech. And then suddenly up onto the fountain appears. Ooh. Da-da-da-da. The woman herself, Princess Eutropia. Who appears in a smart dress, and everybody's like, oh, not everybody. A lot of people have mixed grumblings about her, but she appears. She's holding her own champagne flute. And she raises this to everybody and says, my friends, colleagues, and assorted enemies, It is wonderful to see all of you in your finery beneath the beautiful stars tonight. With any luck, the weather will not be the only thing that refuses to change this evening. As everybody looks up and they see that indeed the rain has gone away and leaving ways to bright stars and wispy clouds. We have all gathered here to honor Master Calbio of Breezy Creek, a master artisan and true patriot for his exquisite skill and service to our glorious empire. Master Calbio demonstrates so eloquently that a heart may be noble regardless of the stature of one's birth. And while it may be premature, I hope to be the first to congratulate you, sir, on the exaltation you will see tonight, and welcome you into the ranks of Taldor's long-lived aristocrat. But we gather here to discuss matters of state as well. And just as the exaltation reminds us that our glorious empire must always look out into the world to refresh the greatness of its leadership, we must all look out into the world around us and see how it has grown. The child nations our empire birthed, Andoran, Cheliax, Lastwall, have grown strong by examining the great traditions they inherited from our motherland and embracing those relevant to this new world and discarding those that held them back. So too will we this very night examine one of Taldor's oldest traditions, primogeniture, with eyes wide open to determine whether it has held us back from the glory and stability our wayward states have found. Our obligation tonight is not about one person or one vote in the Senate. It is about the nation we love and about ensuring that nation does not fall behind the times. We are the inheritors of the mighty Aslant, and I say that we must work together to avoid sharing the fate of that old empire. Taldor endures. And she holds her flute up, and everybody's like, yeah. But as she is giving the speech, would everybody please make a perception roll?
Oh man.
Fane is on the chase.
We rolled pretty good on these.
So Fane, you should at least be trained in perception. So go ahead and make a change to that if you can. Yeah. I think everybody starts at least trained.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me do that.
That's okay.
So I guess +3, so 23, I guess?
Yes. So the DC was 13. So everybody succeeds. Congratulations.
Nice.
So everybody sees there's kind of a commotion in the crowd as she's giving the speech. Kazad, Fane, and Sparrow, you all notice that there is a member of the staff who's heading towards the apiary in the gardens, and he is holding like a bright green like bar soap of some kind. It's clearly like an alchemical bar. And those who notice the boy can make a alchemy or nature roll. Sorry, craft or nature roll.
Did we all notice him?
I think it was just Kazad, Sparrow, and Fane.
Okay.
Nice. Couple of decent rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, that really.
So Fane and Sparrow, you both notice him, and you recognize that the bar that he is holding, it is like a beekeepers use it to get bees to evacuate the hive, so they can like collect honey. And so that's what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
We're all out
everybody,
here.
so if you guys share this information, everybody can react to it to try to stop him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just let us know if we're going to do separate things or.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna make their own roll to react to it.
Okay. For I guess whoever wants to go first, I pretty much would just go like try to go in the front, try to like guard them, even though they probably don't need my help, but just to show, to show like, hey, you know. So I just go right here,
Gotcha.
and then yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'll try to cast a spell, I guess, but I don't know if that'll work or not.
You just keep adding stuff onto this. So everybody, once Fane lets everybody know, everybody can make a reflex roll.
Reflex.
All right, Reese and Ahmad both bump into each other. Fane trips over them. Sparrow jumps over the three.
Holy crap!
Wow.
God, being very graceful today.
Kazad is just behind her, but Sparrow gets there first. So you get to the employee before he's able to do anything. What does Sparrow do?
She will take her. Just try and do this very discreetly, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She'll take her gown and throw it over his hands,
Mm.
and snatch it away into her gown.
Nice. Okay.
Magic trick.
He's like, what? Hey, that's property of the Senate. You can't do that. Yes, property of the Senate. Yes,
and then she'll be like, well, you better come. Oh, sorry. Well, you better come catch me. And then she'll like, I don't know. She'll charmingly look over her shoulder and turn a corner in the.
Perfect. Okay, I love that.
Just Bugs Bunnying him.
And then right after Sparrow disappears with it, Kazad arrives to the guy as well.
I guess kind of detain him.
Mm-hmm.
Like grab him, maybe around his left bicep, and try and hold him there for a moment.
He's like, ow, what are you doing?
Just holding you for the proper authorities.
All right, so soon enough, some guards come over, and Fane and Maud and Reese all kind of manage to untangle themselves from each other and get up to join everybody. And the guards take a hold of the man. He's like, "What? He's like, this isn't fair. One of the guards told me to do it."
Which one?
He says, "I don't know. One of the phalanx in the arcade. He said it would put the bees to sleep, so they wouldn't be agitated for her speech."
Can I try to sense motive?
Sure can. Perception.
That's also a perception check right now. Yeah. Okay. Not great. Oh, that's a crit fail. Take him away.
He's lying.
As Reese is listening to this, just like a bee comes up and stings him, distracts him for a second.
I'm allergic. Where's my EpiPen?
Oh no.
Yeah, Reese is distrustful of anybody in this building, so you can't really discern.
That's true. Just standing there with narrowed eyes. Maybe somebody else should take over this this interrogation.
Reese, my friend. If you guys will allow me, I whisper in Reese's ear. I can try to charm him. Try to make him more friendly. See if he's actually lying. He wouldn't lie to a good friend, right?
What's that?
Is magic still something that we're not?
Yeah, you can't cast magic in the Senate building.
Oh,
Well,
right,
I
right.
have I changed my mind.
Yes, that's a good idea. What are you talking about?
The scandal! The scandal!
So
Take
I
him
saw
down
some
and
of.
have him. Take him down to the gallery and have him identify the guard.
Oh yes, we could just do that. That makes sense.
Sounds good. So you do need to take him down to the arcade, and the trail does kind of go cold here. He's like inspecting everybody, but it was just like, in his own words, it was like they're all just wearing the same uniform, so he's not really able to point anybody specific out, despite trying to check everybody out.
Mm.
Well,
And like the
maybe
guards
it's
don't have any insignias or anything like that, right? Like different ones.
Nothing that he took note of when it
Oh,
happened,
okay. Gotcha.
when it allegedly happened.
well, it's clear. It's clear someone was trying to embarrass the princess. Um, it's a good thing some of you were fast on your feet.
Yes, and I was fast on the floor.
Hero point for Jay.
Not bad for a chunky old dwarf.
I love that. Alrighty. Any? I guess everybody's assembled here for the second, so can all share a progress report?
I will turn to the group, and Imad will say, unfortunately, my investigation has not been as
My time.
fruitful as I had hoped, but I do believe I've learned a bit of the Duke's um, proclivities and a few of his weaknesses, if one might call them that. So I do believe I'm making inroads there. Uh, I am still working on trying to approach the Countess, but I believe I should continue the current path that I'm on and just kind of see where it goes. My next objective will be to initiate conversation, light, in a straightforward manner, and see where it will take me. Um, but what about the rest of you?
Interesting findings, Imad. For myself, I've was on the I was about to say the sales floor. I was on the Cinders floor, and I have talked to some people and started up debates. Get people in the right mood, and I think that I got them into a thought process where I can find who doesn't like each who, try to get some more information. Um, my next goal would probably be for the commoner, since there's all nobles and people of status over there. Maybe the commoner might feel more coming for to give information to someone he can trust. Uh, yeah. What about you, Kazad? Heard you debate some people on religion and all that.
Yes, I was able to get a spirited debate going and got the favor of one of the members, and he gave me his ring
Oh,
as a token of his enjoyment on how I orchestrated the debates. And I've been doing some running, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, damn, I've got to get back
Yeah.
to the note. And so he'll go ahead and run off and try and find where he's got to pick up the note now, since I'm sure with everything that's gone on, they're probably not still in the library.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, while we're here, go ahead and make that athletics roll.
Okay.
I feel like now Kazad has like this like I can just think that Kazad's like just super fast, like
Yeah.
too fast, like
All right.
you just see lightning sparking off him every time he's about to run.
A 13 is a pass, so you manage to get there in time and take the letter from his hand and run it back up to Martella. Success. Alrighty.
Okay.
Just to see where everybody is, do we want to go for another 30, another hour 30? What's everybody feeling?
I'm good for either.
Yeah, I'm good for 30. Whatever one you think is best. I have time for both, but yeah, it's just depending on what you think is best.
Yeah,
To leave
can
it off
do
on.
30.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'll follow along.
What'd you say, Bill?
I can do 30.
Okay.
30 sounds good.
Alrighty. Then let's go on. Ahmad, what's your next action for round 4?
So now that I kind of have
Round 3.
an idea as to what makes the Duke tick, is Duke Centimus, is he kind of in a group? Like, is there a group around him that he's kind of conversing with, or is he off kind of to the side on his?
Well, before I answer that question, what was your mission again?
Discovery.
All right. Who are the two people you were after?
Yes, Duke Centimus and Countess Abrielle Pace.
I see. I gave you the wrong information on the wrong person. So let me correct that mistake by giving you the correct information.
Oh, okay.
I gave you Okara for free. So for Symptomus, his weakness is he's an inventor. He invented his own wheelchair, so he likes to discuss things such as if you use disabled device, and so that is a thievery. He enjoys talking about that. Or if you know crafting, that's also his other weakness.
Okay.
So those are the two skills that he enjoys the most.
Gotcha. Okay. Oof.
Yeah, I thought that would change things. So I wanted to.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, well, instead of that, let's try to see if I can maybe bring him to me. Maybe if I influence the room, maybe I can catch his attention.
Okay. So the room that he is residing within are the archives. Buying time. Okay. So, many knowledge rolls work here, as well as Arcana. Stealth, for some reason, works here. If you have anything... Wow, rough.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at your skills and see if I can do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got architecture.
Hey, that works.
Okay. Um, so I guess I'll try to make um maybe not. I'll try to make observations that aren't necessarily obvious about the internal architecture of this library.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So architecture. Hey.
Nice. Okay, so that's going to be a success in influencing the Imperial Archives. So we're going to put 5 points towards it. It takes a total of 10 to get it to the next threshold. So we're halfway there.
Okay. I like it.
But yeah, you gather around some nobles and are making comments about the architecture, and they're like, "Oh, very interesting, very interesting." And they,
Yeah, I'll make comments about like the material used for constructing the arches, some maybe some kind of subtle remarks about uh, the state of the marble used in the column, stuff like that.
they're like, "Oh, yes, interesting. There should be the blueprints around here somewhere." And they start to look through it. All right, next is Fane.
Indeed. I think now, since like I said, I did a debate specifically on what we talked about. I want to see like in this debate who were the most argumentative towards each other. Like look like they can be like enemies or have different views on different stuff. I guess.
So with the entrance of Kazad, he actually maxed out the influence you can have on the Senate.
Got you.
So you may want to start pursuing the Calbio from Breezy Creek, like you were suggesting earlier.
Yeah. Wait, who? I'm sorry.
The peasant.
Oh yes, the commoner. Got you. Yeah. So yeah, I start discussing with him, knowing that he may not be as comfortable with all the new. I try to get his thoughts on stuff. See, try to be more friendly because I don't know if anyone else has. Um, I guess I would just go with just charming. Maybe like diplomacy for that as well. Diplomacy.
Well, let me hear what you say to him.
Um, I guess let me think about this. And I'm sorry, what was he going to be again? Was he going to become a noble from this, or what was happening?
Yes, yeah, they're making him a noble.
Okay, and so pretty much I wanted to see like what his family was. I guess see what they done. Do you have that information or no?
He's like, "Oh, well, my family's just a bunch of millers back at Breezy Creek, but they scraped together all the money they had to send me off to weaving school, weaving college. Home, weaving you, home of the fighting weavers.
Got you.
Oh
Well,
man,
since
I sure do miss them. I've been in Breezy Creek. I just wish they were here so they could see me now. It's like they couldn't afford to make it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking to you, Ruff. What were you saying?
Bane's gonna have like a little compassionate smile. And he's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and be like, could possibly understand having such a hard life. I will admit, I've always been, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really done much with my life, but it seems like you guys have fought nail for everything that you guys have accomplished, and I know it must have been hard. Um, did you have any? Well, I guess I'll say this in a better way. I know there's a lot of like nobles, and you have a lot of things that you gotta fight for. Do you have any struggles going through this with any of like keep this between me and you, of course. Any struggles with any of like the prominent nobles? Since you guys were commoners before, any hardships you have to do with one of these specific nobles? And I guess I would just do a diplomacy would be the best one for that.
No need for showing Calbio. Calbio kindness and asking him about his family, you actually automatically influence him.
Easy.
He says, "Oh no, everybody was real nice. Treating me as a servant. I knew my place the entire time, but no, everybody was real appreciative of the tapestries and everything I weave. I just had the most blessed life. So I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. Everybody's been real nice. You're so nice for asking all this about me. You're my big city friend. You know that?"
Oh, he kind of blushes a bit. Oh, stop it! I just had to talk to the newest person in the circle, I guess.
And congratulations, Calbio will now follow you around like a lost dog.
Perfect.
Because of him following you around, Princess Eutropia, Baron Nicholas O'Cara, and Lady Gloriana Marilla, they both find this very sweet and charming. You get a +2 to any charisma-based skills you use against them. However, the yokel's presence is a strain on your reputation to more traditional politicians. You get a -2 charisma-based checks against Countess Pace, Duke Septimus, and Maxillar Pytharius himself.
Fine. And that'll be it for me, I guess.
Alrighty, we go to Sparrow.
Boy. I don't know how to break him or get in there so that I can talk to him.
Just use your potion.
Okay. Is that not using magic?
You just go to the bathroom and powder your nose and
With disguise dust.
yeah.
Would I
I feel like a new
I'm
me.
changing.
Just make sure there's no cat hair in there.
would I guess I would know like the ramifications, right? Or like whether there's people on the lookout for, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think she would normally break rules at society things unless she knew she could get away with it.
Gotcha.
Um
The game gave it to you, so I assume it wants you to use it. So if
all right.
I think it's
all
safe
right.
to just
that's
duck
enough
into
for
it.
me. Yeah. Okay, so she's got that soap stuff, I guess, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Just gonna go wash my hands.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll step into the bathroom and she'll laugh with the gaggle of girls in there. She'll, oh, yes, yeah. All right. I'll see y'all later. uh, and she'll like I don't know, push the trash can or something in front of the door, the like big lounge chair or something like
Right, of course.
that. Yeah, and she'll take a dose of the what was it? The vial of illusion.
Dust of
Illusion.
of disguise, I think.
Of
No,
disguise.
dust of illusion. No, you were right. You're right.
Okay.
And it does a disguise self, which Pathfinder 2e is illusory disguise.
Yep. So you can't really change your shape but you shape or race, but you do look like a different person.
Gotcha.
If you were to look in the mirror, check your nose.
Like clothing and everything?
We'll say clothing, yeah.
Clothing? Okay. She'll have in mind something that looks similar to Maxillar Pytharius.
That looks similar
what
to
I-
him? Oh, like,
Yeah, maybe
like fashion-wise?
yeah, fashion-wise, or like if he's wearing some kind of military regalia or something.
Gotcha, okay. I thought
Formals.
I thought you were like He'll never suspect his own clone to...
Just Spider-Man's pointing at each other.
Perfect, yeah, something more traditional. I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, and I guess she'll go and head straight for him.
All right, success. So for using the potion, you've successfully gotten the ability to get closer to him. We're gonna go to Reese now.
All right. Well, I don't want to do anything fancy just yet. I'm just going to try another thievery check to see if I can nab one of these items. Where's my... Oh, there we go.
All right.
Ooh.
Roll a d5.
A giant crossbow. How are you going to hide that? A 2.
Okay, so you managed to sneakily... Two nobles desperately grope at each other. Shoes fly this way and that. As you do, you just pocket a spyglass from underneath one of the handkerchiefs and slip it into your pocket.
Nice.
The spyglass is worth 120 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Nice.
Awesome.
This is the We're Rich campaign. Other campaigns is like, nothing. You get nothing.
Spyglass. You said 120?
Yes. After taxes.
The
not-
reward was the money you spent along the way. Sorry.
I was gonna say we're not paying taxes.
Mm.
We don't declare stolen goods.
All right, good work. Kazad has already managed to get the letter back to Lady Martella. And as he does, Martella's like, oh, thank you. And she takes it and she says, please gather everybody up. Oh, actually, I forgot. Instead of sending Kazad out, she touches her own senatorial pendant, which has the same crest as everybody else, and she touches it. And everybody hears in their minds, they hear Martella say, please join me in the gallery. I have an emergency that I need everybody to attend to.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bub.
All right. Where's that at?
1 second, I have to blow my nose.
I'll also be right back.
All right.
And I will also be right. No, I'm just playing. Actually, I think I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For about the past 40 minutes, I've had just like post-nasal drip, and I've been suffering.
Okay. So I was influencing the room last. Did I get any indication at all that my target, Duke Sentimus, had maybe... Did I catch his eye at all?
Let me check. Oh no! As you're going through that, he didn't seem to take much interest in the discussions of architecture you're engaging in.
Okay. But I haven't reached the first threshold yet, correct? So
That's true, but it doesn't. To you, it doesn't seem like you'll bait him.
okay. Hmm.
But before you do influence this, everybody does get summoned up to meet back with Martella.
Oh, okay.
Back.
Oh, welcome back. Sphero says she is the last one to enter.
Oh man, is my disguise wasted?
It's canon. That'd be funny. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I think Jay stepped away too, so he might not be back yet.
Damn.
So we're going back.
Yes. Everybody returns to Martella Luthi. She contacted you all through her. You guys have the servant badges, centaurial badges. She has the master badge, and she's able to communicate with you guys. So she was saying that there's an emergency that she needs you all to attend to, and to meet her up in the gallery.
Oh,
She's so impressive. Did she make? No, she didn't. I was gonna ask if she made the senatorial badges, but I assume they're like a thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. Well, I'll tell you at a later date.
Okay.
We missed the chance when you guys got it.
Yeah, I know. We all bombed it.
Well, I guess Reese wasn't there, so Reese can roll crafting or arcana to check out the badge. Who knows?
Yeah.
So she gathers you all up and she says, I didn't ask you here just because I'm looking over your shoulder. There's a young woman here, Malphane Trant, the daughter of Senator Trant. Everybody goes, She's a belligerent, narcissistic ass and a bully as well. She calms down for a second. She centers herself. She says, and if she's here, it's likely to intimidate one of the more junior senators into backing her father. If one or more of you could keep an eye on her and quietly intercede should she try to interfere with any of the senators, I would be most grateful.
Understood.
And actually, at this point, Miss Sparrow, if you'd roll diplomacy, please. The DC of 18.
Boy, oh boy.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, so she says, Sparrow, I was thinking about it, and I think it would behoove me to give my partners every tool they need to succeed in this mission. So she reaches into her pocket and tosses you the brass chatterbox.
ooh.
Nice.
Damn, that's really good.
So she. That's basically all. You guys don't have to spend any actions trying to follow this Malphane Trant around. She's just making sure you guys are aware that she's up to no good.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
if we see her, on our turn or in our area, we can maybe use an action to intercede if that's necessary or something like that.
Yeah, if she makes her move. So, yeah.
Sparrow, do you have any of that green soap left? Or whatever it was?
I do.
Weird.
She'll...
Weirdly enough, it does look like half of it's been washed away.
Wow, look at that. Smaller than it looked before.
Reese is nursing a bee sting. Can you break me off a piece of that? No.
I was gonna say, could I borrow that for a time? I'll give it back to you when the event ends.
Hmm.
Let's hope. Let's hope she makes a move in the garden.
Sure. I wanted to investigate it first.
Okay.
To just see if, because Sparrow is assuming that whoever handed it to the servant guy
Mhm.
may have left evidence, a hair, something like that.
Oh, we got an investigator.
Yeah. And she's like, well, if it's like brown hair, blonde hair, that kind of can't narrow that down, but if it's green curls or a bright red hair, it might narrow down who could have done it, and she could keep her eye out for the guards.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you want to make a investigation, doesn't exist. Perception.
Perception.
How long has it been that we've been?
It's been a full round, so it's been 15 minutes.
Oh, that's it. Okay, never mind.
I guess I've been
I
here
was
for
gonna try
about
and
an
guide
hour.
you, but I can't. It's got to be at least an hour, if I remember right.
On guidance, I think guidance is 10 minutes. So with the 14, no, you're not really able to discern anything of interest.
All right. So instead, she'll like cut away a piece of it and keep that and say, "Here, Kazad, you can have it."
Thank you.
And I don't want it back. You can keep it.
It makes bees mad.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want.
Your hair's already a beehive.
Hey, who said that?
Ah! It jumps off the balcony and glides away. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and
Sorry, what?
we'll go ahead and do one more round and then we'll call it a night. So, Imad, you were revving up for something.
Yeah. I was gonna try to influence the room again, but if I didn't really get any kind of reaction the first time from the Duke,
Mhm.
I think I would try a more personal approach. I'll just walk up to him and try to strike up a conversation.
Alrighty.
So Imad would, after kind of casually letting the conversation regarding the agricultural integrity, or not agricultural, architectural integrity of the library or the archives, excuse me. He would approach Duke Centimus, who what would he be doing at this moment?
So he's kind of looking at some old patents that are stashed away here and kind of looking at things and be like, oh! He's just checking some things out in that department.
I would approach him and kind of quietly observe for a moment before leaning over a little bit and saying, excuse me, good sir.
Oh? Oh, yes, young man. How can I help you?
I apologize for interrupting your reading, but I was hoping that I might take a moment of your time.
Oh, sure. And he sets his sets his stuff down and gives you his attention.
Thank you, sir. My name is Imad. I am a foreigner here, but I've recently become a citizen of the city, and I would very much like to learn more about the history of this place in order to better serve her and her needs. May I ask your name?
And he says, "Of course, I am Duke Leonard Septimus. I am also a. I'm the Grand. Wait. Sorry, one second. Oh, yeah. I'm the Duke of the Tandak Prefecture under Grand Duchess Tiberan. Tiberan, sorry. And, that's kind of like the northern province of Taldor.
Okay, okay.
They have a big port up there. That's where most of the ships are made. So he's from that area.
So that region is particularly known for making ships?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I would then ask if it's not too much to ask, sir. Would you mind telling me what you know about the Senate building itself? I've recently come across a few rumors, surely without any merit, but well, out of curiosity, uh, I've heard that there were some possibly secret or undiscovered rooms here. Would you happen to know anything about that?
He says, well, there are guides around here that have better use than I, but yes, it's true. Opara has been here for 3,000 years, and the Senate building itself has been rebuilt a total of 5 times. It was once destroyed by the Tarask itself, and some people say it still sleeps under the city, waiting to awaken. Ooh.
Do I get the sense that he has any belief in these rumors at all? Or is it just kind of a fanciful kind of thing that he finds amusing?
You can roll perception.
Yeah, let's do that.
He is definitely telling the truth that Opara was destroyed by the Tarask once. However, he seems to think that it's sleeping under the city is just like a funny story.
Okay. With that in mind, Imad would then say, may I ask, Your Grace, what is it that brings you here today? Is it to take part in the pending vote?
And he says, "Oh, yes. My family holds a generational senatorship, so every once in a while I'm forced to come up here and make my vote known. So I'll be voting in the proceedings today."
I see. This is a great honor, and I can merely stand by and watch as people such importance and fine education may help guide this city into the future. What do you think that future holds for us?
And at this, you may make your roll.
Okay. Would it be a diplomacy?
Yeah, if that's what you want to use.
Sure. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a feat. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Courteous comeback. Reroll the triggering diplomacy check using the second result.
All right.
Okay, so reroll. Come on.
I've never seen
Yeah.
Nice.
I've never seen the
Nice.
feat used before. All right. right, so that's going to be a critical success. So in order to get the information out of him, you need a total of 3 successes on him. So
Okay.
you get 2. So
Okay.
he seems you really managed to wheedle the way in there, and so he kind of like obfuscates and he
Hmm.
says, "Young man, you are you're young and fresh, and I appreciate that, but don't fool yourself into thinking too highly about the senators here. I have more to contribute to the world with my inventions and you know helping the disabled than I do arguing with these blockheads. And I have a feeling that you too have more productive things to offer Taldor than you know arguing about the state of wheat production in the southern provinces and things like that."
Um, I don't know if I'd be able to get more in my round, but uh, I would say this to him. Speaking merely as a young man freshly from the outside, I've come to see that every citizen here has a say in how uh, the future of Opara will be shaped, and I don't think it's a small thing to see the senators and other wealthy members of the city offering up their opinions. But I digress. I will accede to your wisdom soon.
Alrighty. With that, we're going over to Fane.
Muted.
Nope, nope. I knew it. I literally do it that time. All right, that doesn't count for the counter. Okay. Has anyone talked to the has anyone talked to the princess that you were talking about?
Princess
I
Utopia?
want-
So it's
Princess
actually, at the moment, it's
Utopia.
actually impossible to talk to Princess Utopia. She is surrounded by... She's surrounded by a million Fanes trying to get her attention. So you actually have
I
to do
see.
something with another person or location to get access to her.
And who was the other one that I got the +2 for?
So it's Duke O'Kara, who's kind of like the old war hero, and Lady Gloriana Morilla, who's the Pathfinder lady that Sparrow works for.
Oh, got you. Mm, what does the lady do? Not Lady Morilla, but the other one you said.
Duke O'Kara?
The war hero.
Yeah. So he like? Oh, okay. He was a war hero. Got you. No, I talked to Lady Morilla then. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
If she's available, I guess.
Lady Morilla stands tall among her noble peers, sporting the finest of fashion. Her attire is far less ostentation than that of other present nobles, but she makes up for it with a grace of movement that allows her to easily shift between crowds. So she sees her. How would Fane like to approach her?
I guess. I guess he would kind of do it like looking like he wasn't intentionally going up to her. So like he was talking to Cabio, Cabio,
Calbio? Yeah.
yeah, and like kind of moving us in a direction towards her, and like kind of accidentally bumping into each other.
Oh man,
And then
that's the prettiest girl I ever see. Oh, you bumped right into her, dude. He's
oh
fumbling over. He's like, he didn't mean it. He's, oh my gosh, you're gonna get
yeah,
thrown out.
he does a slight bow and says, "Oh, I am so sorry about that, Lady Marilla. Is it? Um, oh, actually, since we're here, I wanted to talk to you. I know about your for what you've done in the north, correct? I mean, you saved the world and all that. I would love to know some more information on expeditions and how that came to be. Just try to. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, 1 second. And she takes a sigh and she says, "Oh, well, there is really not much to tell. I simply, as a member of the Pathfinder Society, managed to convince the Andorran Senate, that's a different country, that's the America of the Pathfinder world, to provide me troops so we could assist the defense against Drakari's legion up in the World Wound. It was a pleasure to be able to assist in the defense of the world." Just the 2,000 feet view of that, there's like this. There was something called the World Wound, which is just like a giant hole to hell that Drakari, who's like the Locust Demon Lord, created. But it got sealed up thanks to her efforts.
Wow, such brave. I mean, myself. I'm not afraid of who I used to be. I've always been more into the books and reading history and stuff like that. But to actually see one of these heroes like yourself in person, I mean, I guess I'm kind of in shock. I guess. uh, yeah, I guess I try to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I try to do some diplomacy. I guess. All right. So this +2. 17. I guess I'll use my hero point.
Okay.
Perfect. 32. Oh my god.
No. So it's only +10 if you roll below a 10.
Oh, got you. Okay, sounds good. Still better roll.
And she says, "Oh, I do not think it is very heroic to try to save the world. Where else would I go?" And she smiles and she says, but other than my own modesty, I do appreciate your words that you have said. And yes, if you think that who you are in your past is someone to be ashamed of, I think it is noble for you to move on from the past. And with that, you have gained 1 success with her. You need 2 in order to gain her benefits, but you're on the road.
Perfect.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That was a crit with a +2.
Oh, got you.
And she, her eyes kind of twinkle at you, and she says, "You seem to me to be someone who is interested in pursuing a future with themselves in the political arena."
Oh, well, I don't really tell a lot of people this, but well, my family, they're not really I guess you would say we're a bit of a disgraced family in this part. But my goal is to get myself more into the political ventures and try to get my name back in there, my family's name, into good grace.
And she smiles and says, "Ah, then I think today that you have made a goodly friend in order to accomplish that goal." And she will hold her hand out to you.
Yep. Fane takes the hand.
Excellent.
I am thou. I am thou. Thou hast acquired a new vow.
Mm-hmm.
It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity.
Yep.
With the birth of the strength persona,
Yep, actually
thou
strength.
shalt obtain the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Dun, 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 dun. Way to go.
Nice.
And you can sense your fate becoming entangled with this woman and kind of stretch out before you.
Oh man.
Yeah, give me 1 second to produce something.
I actually have a question. I might not know this out of character. You just tell me if I don't. But the Pathfinders, is it specifically in the north where she was?
No, they're everywhere. They're worldwide.
Got you.
Alrighty. So, congratulations. Because of this, she's quite charmed from you, and she says, "Take my hand." As you take it to shake it, and you feel your destiny with her unravel before you, or ravel before you. Who knows? Entwine. Instead of shaking your hand, she actually pulls you aside and quite skillfully throws you in front of Princess Eutropia, and you get a free round to influence her now.
I do a quick wink to her as a smile, and that'll be my turn. Oh, actually, for your own like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, I guess Fame would be a bit shocked. Wasn't really ready for this. He kind of was, but it really wasn't. I guess, and he says, "Oh, madam, um, my name is Fame of damn, I haven't really thought of the name of my nobility, huh? I'll think of a name later. Um, it's such an honor to meet you. I, I kind of tripped while seeing that Miss Grid try to throw that soap of theirs, but it's all about the effort, correct? But it's nice to meet you, and I guess um, hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's the princess! Oh! He hides his face in shame. Alright. Roll whatever you're gonna roll.
Um, I guess yeah. I don't really want to do anything. I keep on saying diplomacy, but I don't think there's anything else that would be good. Like, this diplomacy is just the best one
Yeah.
for the situation because I don't want to lie. I don't want to intimidate.
Yeah,
So
diplomacy's fine.
okay, sounds good. Bingo. Oof. 25.
Nice.
Jay's just pop, 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 pop. Alright, so 25 is a crit. So that's 2 successes, which is what you need to influence her. And she smiles and is quite charmed by you. And she says, "Yes, you and your friends just about ruined my speech. Luckily, I'm a skilled enough orator that I was able to recover." And she says, "Do pass my thanks along to that elf friend of yours."
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, she was definitely quick with the draw for sure. Um, Quite jealous actually, but can't be good at everything. As he does a little chuckle.
And she will give you her hand for you to kiss her signet ring.
Oh yes, of course I shall.
Alrighty. So with this, everybody just like stops and stares as like Eutropia is like a famous curmudgeon, and they all just stop and stare, and they see this man has managed to be allowed to kiss her hand. Everybody's like, "What?" So because of this political clout, Fang gets a one-time reroll that can be used on any skill check attempt made during the first portion of this adventure.
Wow.
So free
That's
hero
really
point,
good.
pretty much. Yeah.
The hero point.
All right. There's Fane's very good, no good, very good. Anyway, the opposite.
Schmoozing.
Yeah. All right, and from Fane, we go to Sparrow.
Okay. Yes.
Who is no longer dressed like Dolly Parton, but now dressed like Coco Chanel.
Yeah. So what were you, now I'm near him. So what do I need to do now?
I don't know.
You said I had to do, there was like perception checks.
Oh. Let's
What?
see here. I'm checking.
What's happening?
Yeah, they're perception checks. 3.
Okay. So this is me just like observing him, making sure he doesn't step out of line or do anything crazy or suspicious
Yeah,
or
you're
whatever.
watching for unusual behavior or listening for snippets of conversations and warn her if anything takes place.
Okay, yeah. So um she'll like head back over to him. She'll, I don't know, straighten up her new outfit and like grab a drink out of someone's hand.
Uh-huh.
Try and like look the part and go stand leaning against, I don't know, like a shelf, a bookcase, something like that. Close enough to listen in on his conversation going on right now.
I cannot wait for this nat one you're about to roll.
Oh.
The bookshelf's coming down. All right, let's see.
Perception?
Yep.
Okay, I get a +1 because I've pursued a lead
You sure do.
to him.
Nice.
23?
All right, that's a success. And you just hear him being like, really, someone tried to get her attacked by bees? He takes a sip from it. He's like, shame it didn't work out.
Oh.
All right, let's go, Cerise.
All right. Well, I got one of these things. Time to see if I can grab a couple of more. Try another thievery check. Oh, okay. Hero point. It's not gonna make it through the end of the session anyway.
That's right.
Oh, there we go.
Oh! All right, roll a d4.
One.
Ooh, rough. I'm just kidding. You pull out. They're on the floor. Hickeys are being applied, and as this is happening, you pull out a silk fan from beneath a pedestal, or beneath a
Nice.
silk thing. I believe that is worth 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
Just one more.
One more. No hero points left. Better think of something real funny in the next few minutes.
And then we go to Kazad.
Kazad's going to look around to see who seems to be the most decorated, somebody in uniform.
Okay, so that'd be Maxillary Pytharius, the person that Sparrow's trying to spy on. He's the chief of the armed forces. He's the main military man of the country.
Ah, okay. Well,
Hard to
I
beat
don't want
that.
to do anything that would blow her assignment up.
No, you won't. You won't interfere. It's like two separate things.
Okay. All right.
Unless you're trying to kill him, in which case that would be bad.
Yeah. Now, I would hope to listen to a little bit of his conversation, whoever he's talking with, and then at some point kind of come over and listen and, nod my head, and then break into the conversation and talk to him and do lore warfare.
Now you're speaking my language. All right. Let's see it.
I will hero point then.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Mr. Pytharius. And he hears you breaking in on, and he gives a laugh, and he's like, that's something I've always quite admired about the priesthood of Pharasma. He says, talking to some of his hanger-ons who are talking to him. Unlike many of the other priesthoods, they are not afraid to deal in the matters of death and warfare, and it's quite refreshing to hear one's opinion.
Yes, indeed. It's important to have religion on the battlefields. And for those that have given the ultimate sacrifice, to assist them on their journey and give them comfort.
Yes, I think that's a quite high and noble pursuit, and I want to thank you for the work that you've done for the nation, for your fellow Taldans, and assisting and helping our heroes move on. I think it's a high and noble aspiration. And he'll hold his hand out to shake it.
Thank you very much, sir, but please, you don't do me justice with everything that you have done and gone through in the defense and helping this land grow and prosper.
Fair. So you have gained your first success towards Pytharius. He takes a total of 3 to fully influence. But we're 1/3 the way there. And with that, we're going to go back to the top of our initiative, and we're going to call it for the week. So there we are. And
All right.
Probably finish up the party next week.
Well, thank you for running.
Yeah.
This is great.
Thanks for playing, everybody. I had a great time. I love this campaign, so I'm glad to share it with my friends.
Oh,
Yeah, that was awesome.
for sure, it was fun.
Yeah.
Good. All right, and with that, I'm going to jump off. So thanks for playing, and have a good Friday.